So Manchester United, Bournemouth, you know my usual. 3-1 Manchester United. That prediction never changes, no matter the game. I'm going to go 2 goals for Marcus Rashford. Do you know what? First Premier League hat-trick for Marcus Rashford. Forget this 2-goal stuff. And you know what? I want to chuck in a random assist. Lissandro Martinez ball over the top as well in the 90th minute to Marcus Rashford.
Glenn again. Wade. Just a quick one for the Bournemouth game. I think we're going to win 3-0. And Rashford's going to get 1, Bruno, and Varane with a header. Okay. Come on, you Reds. We've got to get this. We've got to stay in the top 4 and keep on winning. Especially after Liverpool lost. You know we're going to do it. We're going to be in the top 4. And we're going to stay up there. But soon we're going to be catching up with City. Come on, United. Let's do it.
Man United will be taking on Bournemouth, and I feel like there's this new sense of optimism around the consistency we're starting to see, and players who looked a shadow of their former selves last term kind of look rejuvenated now under Eric Ten Hag, like Marcus Rashford and Luke Shaw. Now, we've won our last 3 Premier League home games with an aggregate score of 6-0. We haven't won 4 consecutive games at Old Trafford without conceding a goal since 2017, and we could possibly keep a clean sheet and set that new record with the fact that Lissandro Martinez possibly being in the starting 11 once more. Now, for my score prediction, I'm going to go with a 4-1 win for United.
Hi, Andy Tate here. United v Bournemouth, Premier League, Old Trafford, 8 o'clock. Very big week of football coming up, and potentially a top 3 race, maybe even more, but we'll wait and see. I'm going for a 3-0 win. Let's just keep this ball rolling. And the games are coming thick and fast. 3-0, Rashford, Martial and Garnacho. That'll do me. And another clean sheet.
Hello and welcome to Stretford Paddock. I got it slightly early, but wow, are we here and are we here ready? I'm joined by Ronaldo Brown. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. How are you?
Favourite Metallica album?
The first one.
Oh, it's such a good one. And Abdul, how are you, mate?
I'm good, mate.
You feeling
It's good
well?
you've not asked me that question. Cause
Well, you haven't got a Metallica jumper on, so I don't need to.
I've never listened
You could
to
ask
a
him
single
something else.
song.
Favourite Under Armour athlete?
I don't know many. Wait, is Trent Under Armour?
Probably.
Trent.
Anyway,
Stephen Curry.
don't worry about all of that.
Oh, yes.
But
Okay.
Stephen Curry.
It's got to be in it.
But also, are you not asking Abdul about him finally not wearing a hat? I saw you glancing at his hair quite a bit.
Gone hatless.
That is a rare sighting.
It is actually because
He's
you've had fresh trim.
He's come
that's
trimmed
why.
up and thought.
He's gone.
Nah,
for it.
it'll come back on in a bit. It gets rotated.
So what's the point?
Manchester United
trim.
versus
I look nicer in
Bournemouth.
a hat.
A
Don't have
chance,
my head.
potentially, depending on what happens in the Newcastle Arsenal game, to go third. Tonight, a chance to go third, which. When you think back to the start of the season, not even just the start of the season, the first sort of 7 or 8 games of the season where no one was really sure what was going on, I would be stunned to say on the 3rd of January, Man United could be third in the Premier League.
This is when, but it's still only it's not even halfway in the season. So
That's true.
what I want to do is this issue as fans is, I think recently because our expectations haven't been amazing in the past few weeks, we've just been taking each game as it comes, so winning the next game. But now we're getting a little bit of excitement, seeing the fact that we could be third place with win today, and then we start looking ahead.
Yeah.
And looking ahead, getting ahead of ourselves, and then obviously the old adage, hope that kills. I feel like we just got to see it as not pay too much attention to the table and just think win our next game, win our next game, and win our next game, and then see where we end up.
Yeah, it's tough though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because it is for the first time in certainly 2 seasons, and depending on what your sort of overall opinion on Solskjaer was, you could say 4 or 5 seasons where it's felt as though United are playing good football, winning games, beating the teams that they should beat. Like we so far anyway. Obviously, I'm not going to look past Bournemouth, but in the last few weeks, we've come up against a few banana skins and absolutely flying Burnley, and we've just comfortably beat them. A Forest that had, I think, only lost one of their last 5 games before they played us, and they've won again since, and we comfortably beat them. Like, this is a team that is finally getting somewhere when it comes to controlling games and winning the games against the teams we should beat. Do you agree?
Yeah, I feel the thing is, I think today's a big statement game, innit? Like, when you just look at the opponent today, again, I think they've conceded, if I'm not wrong, they've conceded the most goals in the Premier League this season. So again, that should be a team that you should be dealing with. And that tends to be an issue with Manchester United over the years, where they go through a run of form and then it comes to a certain team and, you know, they slip up. But, you know, where you mentioned you come up against some banana skins, like Wolves is one of them, innit?
Yeah.
Wolves is just always such a horrible game, so I'm glad we got through that. In the way we did, I think we had a great end to the game. We could have probably grabbed a couple more goals in that game. But yeah, it's an interesting one. I think you can't really get carried away, like Ronaldo said. Like you don't want to just like keep looking ahead, like instantly, like next 3-4 games, we're gonna see that out easy, and then we'll beat Arsenal, City, and it's just having that excitement. Obviously, as a fan, with the run of games we've had, you want to have that optimism, but I think we'll get onto the team sheet.
Well, let's have a look at the team sheet. You can see there we've got David De Gea, and then the most 2019 back five of all time, or 2020 back five of all time. You've got De Gea, Wan-Bissaka, Lindelof, Maguire, and Shaw somewhere, and there's a light shining in the sky somewhere near Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's house.
I was going to say that's a peak Ole.
The team has been assembled.
That's like a peak.
This is proper Solskjaer
back
stuff.
four.
This, other than Casemiro and Eriksen, if you just swap them two out for Fred and McTominay, you're looking at really, we are summoning Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. If you say De Gea, Wan-Bissaka, Lindelof, Maguire and Shaw 3 times in the mirror, Solskjaer appears behind you. That is how Solskjaer that back five is. Then we've got Casemiro, Eriksen and Van der Beek, and we think it's going to be Fernandes on the right, Rashford on the left, Martial up front. Obviously, that playing two essentially number 10s with Van der Beek and Fernandes, we could see a slightly different layout there, but we've seen Fernandes on the right more than we've seen Donny on the right, so we've gone with that. But the front five front six, should I say, is pretty much as strong as we can field at the moment with Anthony's poor form. But the back five is, you could say, on a good day, only 2 of those 5 are starting, really. When everyone's fit. What do you make of that defence, Ronaldo? Or just the whole team generally? Let us know your thoughts in the comments as well. Sorry to not ask that, but yeah, get your thoughts in the comments.
Obviously a bit of a rotational lineup, resting players. The fixture schedule, as you know, has been very, very congested and probably will get worse. I'm not completely against it. Obviously, the inclusion of Van der Beek is a little bit an iffy one. I did expect him to take Anthony out. I didn't think he would be completely out of the squad though, but thought he might be benched for this game and Bruno being on the right. I did believe that he would have switched up the back four a little bit in terms of the fact that Varane has injury problems and usually struggles with his durability, so I thought that he might have been dropped. But I thought Martinez would have started, if I was honest. I didn't think Dalot would have, so I'm not surprised with Wan-Bissaka because he's only just come back. But I think Maguire Lindelof one is the shaky part for me, especially inclusion of Maguire. I thought Martinez would have been put in the squad a little bit quicker than he has been. I know he might have a little bit of a hangover from the celebrations of Argentina winning the World Cup, so I want to know how much alcohol he actually did drink.
Do you think he's surprised that we didn't see Shaw at centre-back again? Because it seemed like the last couple of weeks, or does this basically answer that question of, is Maguire dropped for Shaw? Well, obviously not, because they're both playing and Maguire's playing at centre-back. We could have, if he wanted to, he could have done Wan-Bissaka, Lindelof, Shaw, Malacia, but he's not done that. Do you think that's because he only trusts Shaw next to Varane, or because actually when he's fit, Maguire plays at centre-back over Luke Shaw?
I think the thing is, I think he prefers having like a left-footed centre-half on the left side. I think maybe it's to do, with when you step in and win the ball, as Shaw and Martinez have done, when obviously Shaw's only played a couple of games there, but you could see that it's easier to progress the ball in a sense. So maybe that's what Ten Hag prefers. I think the thing is, you're always going to have to rest one of them, because with Malacia, Shaw, like, you're risking, again, just giving them another 90 minutes together and risking injury to one of your 2 left backs, so it becomes an issue. As for that back four in general, I think Wan-Bissaka, Lindelof, Maguire and Shaw, we mentioned it before, and De Gea as well, including it, saying as a back five, they were one of the best defences in Europe at a certain point of time. It was a fact, like, under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. So the end, hopefully we don't get the end of that back four as we've seen under Ole.
That's
and
a
more.
good point, though. It's worth mentioning that, because I think, like I said, best defence in Europe. I think there was a season, certainly up until right near the end of the season, we'd had more clean sheets than anyone in Europe. The year we finished second. And like I said, it was that back five that played almost every week. And that was when it had McTominay and Fred in front of them. So you upgrade that to Casemiro and Eriksen. certainly Casemiro obviously defensively and Eriksen just in terms of control and not allowing opposition to be on us all the time. Like, to me, there's no reason why that back four can't win a lot of games. Like it has done in the past. Like I said, it's finished second in the Premier League in the past. So it's obviously not first choice. And part of me thinks running back towards its own goal, none of them do I love.
You know what's interesting? How Bournemouth play,
but they're still decent.
I think that will sort of give me. I'll have probably more of an opinion on how it'll look like. Because if it's is it Kiefer Moore that starts for Bournemouth?
I'll double check now.
Because like if it's someone like Moore, then you'd think that Maguire would handle him quite well, and it'd be more of a, that type of forward. I think Maguire almost thrives in them type of games where he's got a big centre forward to try and deal with. Funnily enough, the Wales game I went to in Qatar was that as well. I think Moore was in there.
He's on the bench. Kiefer Moore.
But yeah, again, I think that's the issue though there. Like if it's a big centre forward where it's like Maguire, just make sure he doesn't get a header, on you. Make sure he's not holding the ball up on you. Make sure, you're just dealing with him physically. I think Maguire will probably be fine.
But they've not
when you put a nippy forward, it's a problem, man.
So who have you started up front then? Because we've not seen
so
a
I'll go through their
team.
full team, and it's in number order, which is just no one wants. Solanke's playing. So it's Travers, Cook, Kelly, Meffam, Lerma, Solanke, Christie, Smith, Senesi, Billing, and Anthony as well. So that's their starting lineup, like I said before. Kiefer Moore on the bench. Probably Solanke starting as that number 9. So not necessarily the sort of player that Maguire is great against. But it's not just Maguire, is it? And we play a different system now as well. I know that you might be sort of exposed for pace and stuff, but if you can read the game and you keep an eye on what's going on, it's not like we don't see Lisandro Martinez and Varane constantly having one-on-one sprints back toward their own goal. Whoever you are, you don't want to be in that situation, and Ten Hag has tried to eliminate as much of that as possible by keeping the ball more, covering better, having lines of and passages of play that stop their chances of counter-attacking straight through like we've seen in the past. But Solanke one-on-one versus Maguire, if that ever is a sprinting race, there's only one winner there, isn't there? Does that worry you?
I'd like to think that your £80 million striker can cope against Dominic Solanke, to be honest.
Defender.
Well,
I know he played as a striker for about 4 minutes of the week.
But he has quite a bit this season actually when he's come on. But I think your £80 million defender should be able to cope against someone like Dominic Solanke. It's the issue that we are talking about, him being a serious threat, or anyone, or strikers basically having to be suited to him for him to play well, is a concern in itself. I just believe it's just a matter of rotation, and I still think there's more than enough in that team to get a result against Bournemouth at home, if I'm honest. But it just goes to show where we're at and where we've come to, that we actually are slightly a bit concerned at a little bit of rotation for Manchester United coming up against second bottom Bournemouth.
Rotate,
you've got to be able to deal with Solanke, like Ronaldo said. I think the issue is you do get an odd game in it where you look on Match of the Day and Solanke's just had a mad one, but it's very rare. He's not really kicked on, has he? I'm pretty sure he was all right last season, the Championship and stuff, but Premier League's a different ball game. And again, that defence, mentioning it again, it just should be enough to deal with any problems. I think what's interesting is I actually quite like the way our attack is set up today. If Donny has a good game, which is a big if. What's so frustrating about Donny in that Wolves game was like he'd get into the perfect positions and then he'd make the wrong decision. And I think it's interesting how that wasn't something that you'd really attribute to him. When he was at Ajax, like he'd pick the spaces and he'd always make the right decision. He was very, very good once he got the ball. But I think that whole mental aspect of I need to prove a point, I need to get in a team, can have a knock-on effect. And it's no excuse though. Like, again, if you really want to be a player at the top level and you want to be as part of this Manchester United setup, then I think Donny van de Beek's got to take the opportunity for him. But Bruno on the right, watched a couple of games of him in the World Cup. Outstanding. The Uruguay game, especially that one stands out because what was interesting in that game, like he starts on the right, but then I think because he comes across into the centre, he allows everyone to enter the box and enter those dangerous areas, and he can create as well as score.
Just on that, on the positioning of Bruno, we're assuming it's him on the right, obviously, because he's got more experience there. But if it is, one thing I will say about Anthony in the last few weeks, I think he's been poor pretty much since he came back from the World Cup. He's not even on the bench, so maybe there's an injury issue there, because I don't think he's been so bad that he can't even get on the bench. But maybe Ten Hag will comment on that. The one thing about him is he holds the shape very well. He's always in the right place. He never shies away from it. And even when he's been shit, and I think he has been shit, which is a temporary thing, and everyone can be shit. He wants the ball again the next time, and he tries it again the next time. And I was looking at some of the sort of the not the heat maps, but the positioning maps of the average positioning of United players and how we play the ball through. And it's so much more symmetrical than it's been in recent seasons. It's always been so heavy down the left-hand side, and that right-hand side just collapses because we can't attack down that side. We can't hold our space in our line on that right-hand side with like Dan James and Wan-Bissaka in the past. But Anthony keeps that width at all times. And I think that even when he's not being productive on the ball, his positioning off the ball allows space in the middle for Bruno, allows space for Martial, drags that defence wide, even allows space on the other side for Rashford, because each defender has to be further away from their neighbour because Anthony's keeping that width. My only worry with Bruno is if he's tucking in all the time, that might make the job a little bit easier for them to defend against us. So hopefully he can play like a right winger if he's out on that right hand side, because if he drifts in all the time and he's basically playing a number 10 and we have to funnel everything down the left, it's going to be a tough night for Rashford because he's just going to get crowded out all the time.
Now, you make a very good point, and I think we all remember that period. I think it was for a few years under different managers as well. I think under Jose had, when we bought Sanchez and you had Pogba and Shaw, you had that little combination. I remember in the early years when we were in here with Steve, like it was something that we'd almost speak about every single week when we'd get on his show, and it's be like, everything's going down the left, everything's going down the left, everything's going down the left. But I think that's something Manchester United have always struggled with, and we're starting to see that adjustment. Obviously, with Sancho coming in, he's not had his chance at right wing enough. As for Anthony, I do like the positions he starts in, and that should be the bare minimum, of course.
Yeah.
But if you had Diogo Dalot starting today, you'd maybe afford to have Bruno there, and then when he comes inside, Dalot can maybe hold the width. Sort of the way Portugal actually played, and Dalot played himself into that Portugal starting 11 throughout the tournament and got Cancelo out the team, of course, and that was for a good reason because, again, he was productive out wide, got 2 assists. So, yeah, I think with Wan-Bissaka, he's done well, and you've got to give him the first. But he's been a bit of like a stable performer. He's not like a real attacking outlet. So I hope Bruno is a proper right winger today.
On that, though, with Wan-Bissaka, because he's someone that has been anywhere from defensively brilliant but offensively sort of dull, shall we say, to sort of shambolic and like out in the wilderness over the last sort of 18 months, hasn't he? I think he's been not necessarily excellent, like you said. He's not a standout player, but Ronaldo, he's playing like a proper footballer again, isn't he? At least he looks like he's got some semblance of, he knows what he's meant to be doing, and he's got some confidence back. Because for a while it looked like he couldn't play football almost, didn't it? It was that sort of stark how bad it was.
Like gangly and
like literally like. Do you know they call him the Spider?
Yeah.
It was more sort of daddy long legs for a bit, wasn't it? Just sort of like bits and bobs hanging around everywhere. Whereas now he seems to have a bit more of a coherence to his play.
Do you know what's... I remember when he goes forward, you know, when he skips past people sometimes, it's always with like a weird body thing. It looks like he's almost so uncoordinated, like throws defenders off sometimes. Yeah. I like to see him try and utilise...
He's a bit unorthodox.
Yeah, he's unorthodox. I like to see him utilise that more.
Did you ever play that game Quap?
Quap? No idea what that is.
Basically, you had the keys, QWOP, and you could like... each one... It controlled a different body.
So you're saying Aaron Wan-Bissaka plays football like someone's playing, using him as Quap?
Such a memory, that.
Yeah, like someone is. He's like he's a remote.
They won't be able to see that.
I don't know if you remember this. It was a
violation.
Yeah, we used to play that.
It was a game that we used to play at school called
computers
Quap.
to play those games.
It was really good, but it was so hard. And it's almost when he's at his worst, which is, you know, he's not been at for this season. He looks like someone's controlling him from the sidelines and not quite getting it right, almost, doesn't he?
The thing
what I will say about Wan-Bissaka is, he's shown a good bit of form. We have to see it for a sustained period.
Yeah.
And still, you've got to compare him to the fullbacks in the other top teams in terms of the production that they're getting, because it's not good enough for him just to be standard and being decent defensively. He needs to have some sort of output in terms of in the final third with assists or even goals, and even with his ball progression. Do you know what I mean? So I still think Dalot's massively ahead of him when fit, and I don't think Wan-Bissaka long term is a Manchester United right back, even as decent as he's playing now. He's a backup at absolute best.
Yeah. That partnership, I think, I'm sure everyone's seen the stats. Varane and Casemiro haven't conceded a goal together when they've been playing on the same team this season, which is assuming it's true, I've seen it repeated across social media, is astonishing in it. Like, that is mad. Also, Varane has only conceded against Liverpool, Arsenal and Chelsea this season. He hasn't conceded when he's played against anyone else.
Game player.
What you're saying is he's not a big game player. No, what I'm saying is I'm a bit worried. I know we've talked about Maguire and Lindelof. Do you think Casemiro can kind of drag us through a little bit? Because I think since he's been playing, I think United have played 15, won 12, drawn 2, lost 1, something like that, which is obviously ridiculous. Is he the difference?
Yeah, I think for sure, man. I think Casemiro, we're talking about arguably still the best defensive midfielder in world football.
Yeah.
And he's playing for Manchester United. And I think over the years, we've been crying out for a defensive midfielder. We've sat on here every single week and we've spoken about where's the DM, where's the DM, where's the DM. And I think you see an instant impact of him. But when you get the quality of someone like Casemiro, I think it just ups the levels, man. Like, he's someone who can sit in front of the centre halves and, you know, he almost, do you know what's so great about Casemiro? Is he almost knows when to push up and have that attacking influence, as we've seen for Fred's goal the other day. And then sometimes he just actually drops in deep and picks up the ball off the centre halves and dictates a bit of the play, and is a bit more expansive in what he does compared to what he did with Madrid, which of course we always mention, because of Kroos and Modric, you're always just going to win the ball and look for the short pass for them to, because they'll do the rest of the work. But I think we've seen it for Brazil as well. He took a lot more control and authority of the ball.
Yeah.
And he's almost gone up a level, because the thing is, what's interesting with a lot of midfielders is when they hit like that almost 30 mark, it's almost the best years of their career. You look at Yaya Toure, a lot of people laugh, but like Jordan Henderson and like the Champions League winning season for Liverpool and stuff like that, like as they are like in the Premier League winning season, wherever he turned 30, like as they hit those years, Gundogan, when he just went crazy scoring a lot of goals for City, it's almost the most experience you get in terms of central midfielder. And you know, you look at the wingers, their peak is usually, you'd say, like from 27, 28, 29. And I think a lot of midfielders go into their 30s and really up their levels. I mean, Scholesy was still pinging them about, like, until what, he was 34, 35,
37.
37 he was winning things. So
I think won his last title when he was either 36 or 37.
I remember when Spurs away, and Scholes like dominated Modric. Like this was like 2012. It was like the year before, like Modric, maybe 2011, 2012.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know how Scholes was old. That was like his last season. Yeah. So like, again, I think Casemiro, if he's taking care of himself and he's showing this much care about his game and passion that he's showing for the game, then come on, man, he can be here for a few years.
And just looking at some of his stats, and I'll get to those in a second. Actually, Anthony is injured apparently, according to Ten Hag, so that's why he's not in the squad. Just looking at a couple of Casemiro stats in the Premier League this season, it is ridiculous, really, because obviously he's not necessarily seen as a ball-playing midfielder, and yet he's in the top 12% for passes completed. His total passing distance puts him in the top 15%. His progressive passing distance, so basically the distance that his passes travel in a forward through the pitch direction, is in the top 5%. His long passes completion is in the top 12%. Like, his passing quality is unbelievable. His passes into the final third, top 13%. Like, he's just in such good areas for so much, pretty much everything. And defensively, his defensive stats are genuinely a joke. In the top 2% for tackles won, top 5% top 2% for tackles, top 5% for tackles won, top 2% for dribblers tackled, top 4% for dribbles contested, top 4% for blocks, top 5% for passes blocks, top 11% for interceptions. Like, you could just go through it forever. In terms of tackles and interceptions, which is the thing fundamentally you want your defensive midfielder to do, he is in the top 1% in the top 5 leagues. And he's playing in arguably the most difficult league for a team that up until last few weeks hasn't exactly been the best team in the league. He's in the top 1% for tackles and interceptions. That's really all you need to know in it. And then you put that passing stuff on there as well. The reason, interceptions are a good stat, I think, to look at, because tackles can be slightly deceiving because it doesn't show where you tackle. But I think interceptions are good because that shows you are in passing lanes. Yeah. You're doing your job. And then you pair that obviously with how he plays the ball as well. Honestly, I actually can't believe how good he is. I didn't think he was this good, did you?
He's an absolute baller, but we'll go back to what I've said a few times on here, is I didn't see that coming after the first few weeks or so. Remember the first few games, Casemiro, and he was off the pace and he was pretty bad. I remember, was it the first Real Sociedad game?
Yeah, the
Old Trafford.
The Everton game as well.
Where he had a bit of a nightmare, and I thought, as he come to United for a bit of payday, is he on the back end of his career? Is he being caught out by the speed of the Premier League compared to La Liga? And then ever since then, he's just gone
even his
and
cameo
shown us
against
absolute
Arsenal.
levels. Do you know what I mean?
His
He's like,
cameo against Arsenal was a bit like.
do you know what I mean? And he's literally, he almost looked robotic at first, and now he just looks fluid. He probably is, and that's with Eriksen in the team still up there as our best passer in terms of breaking lines. Obviously, the stats do say that, but I've noticed that. Well, one thing I do like about Casemiro is, even though he plays in the end position where you'd arguably want to be safer in your passing and obviously your ball possession, he always looks to pass forward.
Yeah,
he's always looking to pass forward, and he's always looking to break lines, and he's generally quite good at it. Yeah. I saw him do it in the World Cup for Brazil, and I've seen him take it into his play for United as well. And as you've said, one of the biggest surprises that I've had about Casemiro is how good he is actually going forward rather than defensively as well. And he shows that he can be a threat in both boxes.
Yeah. Well, even his assists and his expected assists, they're like in the top 20%, which is not the numbers you would typically expect for a defensive midfielder. Like I said, his passes into the final third are in the top 13% of all midfielders, not just defensive midfielders, of all midfielders.
He's created some decent chances for sure. And I think it just shows his intelligence and the importance of understanding space. You spoke about interceptions. Like when I first got into looking at the data side of the game and the stats, it's always been one of my favourite stats because it's exactly what you said. Like it almost shows the space, how you're cutting a pass, and it shows it in that Fred goal. Like the Fred goal the other day, comes in, bang, wins the ball, lovely ball into Fred, like in a great goal scoring positions. And I think that's the advantage that someone like that gives you. And to be that combative, to be that much of a great ball winner and read the game so well, but to also still be such a positive on the ball is something Manchester United have cried out for a long time at defensive midfield, and Casemiro's give that, and he seems like he's got a good character about him as well. He's about that, people throw in the word winning mentality all the time, but I think you can really associate that with him. What's interesting is when you look at his experience as a player in terms of the big occasion. I remember when Zidane took over, one of the things that surprised me in that period before the first period Zidane took over at Madrid was they would play like a midfield three of like a Kroos, Modric, and then it would be like Isco, Rodriguez, and they would always get overrun. And Casemiro, I think, had just come back from his loan spell from Porto and was on the bench, wasn't really playing. Zidane comes in, instantly plays him in that second game, which was against Barca in the El Clasico, and shuts down Messi. Yeah. And he's had that experience against the likes of Messi at his peak, and we've seen the games that I even had against Messi when Messi was at PSG last season in the Champions League. So again, he's just so experienced against the best players in the world. So I'm just glad that we've got him, and hopefully he stays fit because he's such an integral part to this side. Yeah,
definitely. We've got a couple of quotes from Erik Ten Hag on starting Maguire and Lindelof. If we could get the team news back on the screen while we go through these quotes. He said they were ill and recovered from illness, presumably. He's talking about Maguire and Lindelof there. Varane has played a lot of games, and we know we have to manage him. He's a leader and so important for us. So it's just as simple as like we guessed. He's being rested. He's also said, "I hope that is what you see tonight as we attempted to start this new year the best way possible with 3 important points." I mean, obviously they're important, and just to illustrate how important they are, if we can get the league table up on the screen as well. You see there, Arsenal top of the league, 43 points. City 36 points. Newcastle 34 points. But what it doesn't show there is that Newcastle have actually played a game more than Manchester United. Everyone else in that top 4 has played 16. Tottenham, 2 points behind us, have also played 17. Liverpool 17 as well. So the 2 teams we're clear of. Liverpool and Tottenham on 30 and 28 points, or 28 points and 30 points respectively. We've played a game less than, so we can pull 5 points clear of Tottenham, we can pull 7 points clear of Liverpool. Then if you go down to 7th place with Brentford, they've actually played 18 games, so they've played 2 games more than United. And obviously we don't want to be looking back at Brentford too much, but when you look at that sort of solidity we can have in the top 4, a win today is absolutely massive in it. And obviously if you didn't know, in 15 minutes, Newcastle are playing Arsenal. So one or both of them is dropping points tonight. This is a massive moment in the league, isn't it, Ronaldo? As we approach that sort of halfway mark, what would it be, 19 games being the halfway mark, United will play 17 after tonight. We're getting a picture of who are the real big teams this season. First of all, how big is a win? And secondly, what do you want from that Newcastle-Arsenal game? I know you hate Arsenal, don't you?
Honestly, this might sound naive. Newcastle have started well. Obviously, 17 games is a big sample size, so you can't really discredit them too much. But I'd still be more... I think they are still more capable, just off pure experience standpoint, of a top 4 race, of tailing off more than the likes of the Tottenham and Liverpool.
Almost like how
us.
Leicester did 2 of the last sort of 3 years when they were top 4 for all season and dropped out.
So I wouldn't mind a draw, but I wouldn't mind Arsenal losing either. I just could never ever say that I'd want anyone that Arsenal's playing not winning the game. And I do think, if I'm looking at that top 4 race, I think United need to be winning these games comfortably against the likes of Bournemouth to keep the pressure on the likes of Tottenham, Liverpool and Chelsea. And I think it's a great opportunity when those teams are floundering like the way that they are, that we make the most of it.
Even from a mental perspective, like the way it can affect like the Spurs in that table, you look at that, this affects Spurs, Liverpool. Like if we win, we're ahead, 5 points of Spurs today?
Yeah.
Are they playing tonight as well?
Spurs, no, they're not playing tonight.
So again,
last night.
that does a lot in terms of like if they come in and they just look at that and it's like, okay, now Manchester United 5 points clear of us. Yeah. And I think I do agree with Newcastle where he said it can be a bit of like a Leicester situation.
Just to correct myself there, they didn't play last night. They played Sunday night, so not playing tonight.
Sunday, okay. So like again, Manchester United in a great position if they can go 5 points ahead of them. 7 points ahead of Liverpool?
Yeah.
Big, massive. That is absolutely huge. Yeah. And again, Newcastle will have a game in hand on them. And if they beat Arsenal, I do agree with that. I think Newcastle are a great side. They've been brilliant. But them 7 draws, a bit like, and a couple that they should have probably lost, to be honest, one of them being the one at Old Trafford.
I mean, in fairness to Newcastle, they've conceded the least goals in the league this season. So, and it's also a lot of those draws have been goalless draws. Yeah.
Newcastle should be unbeaten as well, because that one loss that they have was...
is it Liverpool?
Was that Liverpool away?
Yeah, where they battered them.
When they battered Liverpool.
But then on the other hand, United should have beat Newcastle. Yeah. Rashford had a header
was another
6-7 yards out in the last second.
So Carvalho scored the winner in like the 99th minute of 5 minutes added on or something.
Yeah.
Something like that. So they've been excellent this season,
that got
Newcastle,
chalked off.
undoubtedly. It's weird this, isn't it? Because if you were looking at this picture as a not like 4th, 3rd, 2nd, 1st picture, like because if you say we think we can catch Arsenal, the assumption there is that you're saying you think we can win the league, which I don't think is what I want to say and not what I believe. I don't think United will win the league this season. But Arsenal are currently, 11 points ahead of us. Their next 6 games, Arsenal, is Newcastle today. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, the next 6 league games is Newcastle today, which is obviously 2 teams above United, 1 or both are dropping points. Then it's Tottenham after that, away, which, who knows, they could easily beat Tottenham, but that's good for us either way.
They don't have a good record away at Tottenham, I don't
exactly.
think. Yeah.
Then after that, it's United at the Emirates, which again, they could win. Then it's Everton, and then it's Brentford, who are currently 7th and one of the best, most informed teams in the league, who have beaten top teams consistently this season. And then after that, it's Man City. So it wouldn't be inconceivable that Tottenham, that Arsenal could drop between 5 and 9 points over those 6 games.
Where's the Everton game at?
The Everton game is at Goodison Park.
Okay. Yeah,
so we're looking at an Arsenal that if they come through that run of games, that takes them to the 18th of February. The game after that is Villa after City. If they come through that run of games top of the league, I think they'll win it.
I think they win the league.
That's what I'm saying.
Let's say, imagine we were 5th and Arsenal were 4th, and they've got that run of games and we're 11 points behind, and we play them in that, you'd still be holding out hope that we could catch them. You'd still be thinking, if they drop 5 points there,
that's also meaning that you win every single game.
It's meaning that we win every single game, but it just means that we have a better run than they do. And then going into March and April, we're not that far off. I don't think we'll catch Arsenal.
Probably
but we're in a position where
you'd afford to drop points.
We're 4 points off City, and everyone still thinks City can win the league. Do you know what I mean?
But that's because they do it, innit?
That's true. I don't think we'll win the league. I'm not saying that, but what I'm saying is
I think people are
challenging.
Particularly tricky little run of games for Arsenal.
I think people are hanging a hat on the fact that Man City are notoriously ridiculously good in the second half of the season.
Yeah.
Where obviously we've not reached the halfway point yet, and usually go on like a crazy run in the second half of the season where they tail off, not tail off, but they rip off like 15 wins in a row.
Yeah.
That is generally Guardiola teams, especially for Man City, do get strong in the second half of the season, and it depends whether Arsenal go the other way. But as for us, I'm just focused on us winning each game as it comes, and for the next 3, we've got momentum as it is. We're playing Bournemouth, then we're playing Everton in the FA Cup, and then we've got Charlton.
Yeah.
Before City, that's 3 very, very winnable games. To then go into a derby where we shouldn't face City.
This is such a random question, but if we won the league, would Ronaldo get a medal?
Yeah.
He would.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I think you're gonna have to play like 2 games now, don't you?
And he scored, to be fair, didn't he?
Yeah.
Did he score against Everton, was it? He only had a goal.
Yeah.
Do you reckon he sends it back?
Does he fuck?
He
He wears it
He
during
wears
games
it,
for Al
yeah.
Nassr. Like, why are you wearing that? Because I've won it this year. We're not going to win the league. No one on this table thinks we will.
Is he
I'm just
playing
saying,
tonight? Because I swear he was
We've got
warming
a
up.
very, very interesting month or
That'll be
6
well
weeks
funny,
coming
that.
up with the top 4 race here. And you know, for all we know, in 6 weeks' time, United could be 7th. So I'm not, there's no guarantee we'll go up the table. I'm just saying it's a very interesting time.
But I'm looking at the table thinking we've got to make the most of how shit some of the other rivals have been, like the Tottenham, Liverpool we saw yesterday.
I think we have done,
Chelsea,
though. We have done in recent weeks. Like I said, the last 15 games, 13 wins, 2 draws, 1 loss. That is us making the most of it. Like, unfortunately, we started the season so badly that let's say we'd have got 4 points, even just a win and a draw from that Brentford and Brighton game, which, we probably wouldn't have gone on the run we had if we didn't do that. We'd be level on points with City. Second.
We
in the league.
almost.
I'd even expect
wait,
our-
we
that
almost
didn't happen.
needed that though.
I think we did. Yeah.
We almost needed that Brighton and Brentford game. I remember saying that at the start just because I believe so much in what Eric Ten Hag can bring, and I think we reacted well in the market, even though we shouldn't be reacting to things like that. We should be proactive in the market. But I think we almost needed that knock on the head. And again, anything can happen now because Manchester United I've repeated this every time I've been on here this season. It's like we haven't really had our starting 11, have we? Like,
Not really.
we've not really settled into the season we almost know where Ten Hag's preferences are in terms of selections, like Varane, Martinez at centre back, Shaw left back, Delors right back. The front 3, it's going to probably be between Anthony, Sancho on the right, but then we know what the midfield is with Casemiro, Eriksen, Bruno.
I don't think it started together once yet.
They haven't, no.
It hasn't, has it?
Everton was the only one, and I think Lindelof started that game at centre back. So
no, it wasn't. It wasn't. We haven't
We've
had,
not seen the 11.
like, do you know, like that treble team when you think back to that, and it's like Schmeichel, Neville, Stam, Johnson, Irwin, Keane, Scholes, Giggs, Beckham, York, Cole. That team, I think, only started together once that whole season. Like, it just never really happened, even though that's the starting 11 in your head.
But then the core of the team was always there, and you had them coming in and out.
But like this season, I think Ten Hag's first choice would be De Gea, Delors, Varane, Martinez, Shaw, Casemiro, Eriksen, Bruno, Rashford, Martial, Anthony. And that team hasn't started together once yet.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's interesting. We've got a few super chats. Get your super chats in. We'll make sure we read all of them. It's Eco, who's been a member for 5 months, says it's strange expecting a comfortable win here after the last 18 months. Yeah, exactly. But that doesn't mean it will definitely happen, obviously. I don't know why I feel like I have to say that, because he knows that. But it's almost that like jinx thing. I don't even believe in jinx. Me saying this now could not possibly affect it. No United players are like watching us in the dressing room. There's no way that me saying this could make a United player go, you're right, we are going to win. Let's take my foot off the gas. It's impossible. So I don't know why I feel like I can't just say I expect a comfortable win. But I still want to go, but you can't rule it out. Sheet game. Yeah, exactly. You can't say it either.
You can't, but obviously you can be level-headed at the same time.
Yeah. Sheet Game says, I'm watching you from Switzerland. Keep up all the great content up the paddock. Thank you very much. Danny Shields says, it feels like a bizarre team, but Casemiro will drag us through. It was lovely meeting you all and the crew and your partner in Dublin, Joe. Great show, great night. Can't wait for the next one. Danny Shields, what a guy. Honestly, so normal. He's an actual like nice normal bloke. It's great.
Well, you thought you were going to meet like a serial killer.
Well, no, but you don't know people really, do you? You see people commenting, like I comment on videos, and if they read my comments, some of them when I'm trying to make jokes or be a bit, if you read it, you think, oh no, Not that I ever think that with Danny, but you know what I mean? You meet some people and you're like, oh, okay, hi. Danny Shields is an absolute legend. He's just a great guy, like you'd expect. It's a Duck says, Bruno on the wing, Solskjaer back four. Can't lie, this has me a bit worried. Is there a chance of a possible midfield diamond with this lineup? If it was another manager, I'd say yes. But Ten Hag loves attacking width, so I'd be surprised if it was a diamond, but not impossible. What do you make of the diamond concept?
I don't think it's a diamond. I think we've just seen Ten Hag a number of times this season play Bruno on the right, whether it be after a substitution or even from the start of the game sometimes. I thought before the game that he might play there and then Fred might have played in midfield and Eriksen pushed up as a 10 rather than Donny van der Beek. Would have preferred to have seen that, if I'm honest. And I think that's the type of lineup that he might play against Manchester City. I think he might go for Bruno on the right, just for the added bit of work rate in the midfield, especially with Eriksen being. I know he does run a lot, but in terms of that kind of hard edge kind of running, that Fred will bring you, and that kind of intensity. And then he might put Eriksen in the 10, and I think he'll go Bruno on the right. And I don't think that is it's not the worst kind of lineup to go for against the bigger teams. No. But obviously, against today though, against Bournemouth, I would have liked to have seen two wingers though. Personally, I
think it's just a fitness and form thing. Obviously, we've talked about the Sancho situation.
Centre forward thing is such a big one, isn't it? When you really look at our team and you just think Marcus Rashford and Martial have been so unfortunate over the years where they've picked up injuries at the worst possible time in the season.
I was just saying this to my dad earlier. I was having a chat with him, and when I think I'm getting the dates right on this, but when you compare at the start of last season. Cavani was still there last season, wasn't he?
Yeah.
So at the start of last season, United was still playing a three across the front, typically one striker formation, as we have done for most of the last 10 years. At the start of last season, in terms of optional number 9s, Man United had Mason Greenwood, Cristiano Ronaldo, Edinson Cavani, and Anthony Martial to pick from. We've since lost Greenwood, Cavani, and Ronaldo, and not bought another striker. Like, the idea that United are just cruising and fine, other than Bettino, who we unfortunately couldn't get sorted over the line in time. But United have literally gone from 4 strikers, and that was, we could still have played Rashford up front. He was still around, but we've gone from 4 strikers to to 1. Sorry, and if Martial's not in form or not fit, it is literally there is no one else. It's dipping into academy players who have barely played for Man United. We really are desperate for a number 9, aren't we? Because we talked today about Giroud and João Felix and people like that, but it can't go through January and not get anyone.
You'd almost just take anyone at this stage, and you don't really want to have that mindset. But because you look at that bench, and it's just, first of all, there's no pressure on Martial, which is very concerning for me because I do like Anthony Martial and what he's offered in pre-season, but I think in the last couple of games. And Anthony Martial and what he's offered in the last 2 games, but what he's offered in pre-season, and when he sort of tailored off in the last 2 games, where I feel, when he was given the ball out wide in the Wolves game, you just think get in the box, like be more of a threat, but you'd almost start looking at that and just think, okay, Marcus Rashford's out of this game, he's not starting. You'd almost want a number 9 starting alongside Martial. Yeah. So when I think Manchester United now just fall into a bit of a problem where, okay, say Tony's injured, all right, Rashford starts up front.
Yeah. Then who do you play on the left?
But then who do you play on the left? Like, again, Sancho, like we're seeing again the Arsenal game, it worked. Sancho on the left, Anthony on the right. But who's going to change the game outside of Garnacho, really, in that front three? And with the games coming in, like League Cup, if you go through, you're going to be playing 2 legs, is it, in the League Cup semi-final? Yeah. FA Cup, you want to go far. There's a round of, we're in the last 32 in it in the Europa League because we've got to play an extra game. Yeah. So there's a lot of games to be played, and Manchester United really need to.
When is that Barcelona game, by the way?
16th of Feb.
There you go, 16th of February. We've got a few more super chats. It's a Duck. Oh no, I read that one already. Danny Shields again with another super chat. Thank you, mate. It says Marca reporting that Ronaldo has a clause in his Al Nassr contract. That, I'm sure you've seen this, that he can go on loan to Newcastle if they get Champions League next season.
Is that genuine?
Marca reporting, as Danny Shields has so accurately sort of summarised there. He's not taking credit for this. He's just quoting Marca, which is fair enough. If that's true, that is sensational, isn't it? Imagine him playing for Newcastle next year. I don't think they'd want him, would they? I mean, they ain't got any good strikers.
Ethan, would you want him?
No, they got Isak.
Yeah, but he's never fit.
You'd want a 39-year-old Cristiano Ronaldo? Just for the shirt?
Yeah, imagine how much...
Shirt sales.
What an indicator of I don't know if it's an indicator of Ronaldo's decline, but of Newcastle's place in world football would it be to have had Cristiano Ronaldo play for him at some point? Like that would be massive for Newcastle, wouldn't it? I mean, maybe they won't want him because he's not that good anymore.
Yeah, well,
but it's like when Chris Waddle played for Worksop Town FC. Wow, did that place us on the map at that point? You know what I mean?
No. What does Alexander Isaac though? What happened
He's
to him?
injured all the time, isn't he?
He's just come back to training.
He's just come back to
Yes.
training from another injury.
He is
Or,
quality,
the same
though,
injury,
man.
but he's been injured almost all season, which is an issue that he's had in the
Started
past.
decently well as well. So
Yeah. Ten Hag with another quote saying, "It's always good to be in the top four, but we don't really look at the standings. We're not even halfway through the season exactly. It's all about progress, and today we hope to go one step further." Pretty sort of standard media answer that, isn't it? Damien says, "Do you think we're going to loan anyone this window? Do you think we need to?" I believe we need to, and I think we've just answered that almost by accident, but we all agree we need a striker, don't we?
100%.
Like you said, Abdul, I think just a body. I know normally I would never say that because I think like that get someone that improves the team.
Just anyone.
I would take almost anyone, honestly. Because
the names we've been linked
because
to
if you think
anyways.
if in the next round, we're only in the third round of the FA Cup. If in the next round you could easily get a Cheltenham or a Derby or someone like a Portsmouth, Arnautovic up front against Portsmouth.
Right, not Arnautovic, come on.
But for 6 months to the end of the season,
Talking about
we
the
just-
second top
we just
scorer
we just need
in
bodies.
Serie A. There,
Genuinely, we
Arnautovic.
need bodies. I think
He's a big racist, though,
Short
isn't
term, maybe
that's a
not
big
him.
caveat.
Not that part. but,
Let's not sign him because he's a racist. But a player of Arnautovic's quality for 6 months, I think, would be a fair bench warmer / rotation piece for United. Because, like I said, if Martial gets injured, all right, then Rashford plays up front. Let's say Sancho's not back in the squad or found his form. It's Elanga on one side, a potential out of form Antony on the other side, with Rashford up front. That's not breaking down teams in big games, I don't think. Or that would be my concern.
You know what the issue is that we have is, if you're Manchester United and you've basically said you're desperate for a striker, but you can only loan a player,
Yeah.
a club of that size, where's your loan market going to be at? Because there's not many clubs bigger than Manchester United. Loans are usually to smaller, lesser teams where they're taking better caliber players on loan for suspension. Usually.
Yeah.
And I think if you're Manchester United, where do you actually go
I
looking
feel
for a
like
loan?
that's changed in the last few seasons, though. I feel like the loan thing isn't what it used to be. I think because of financial fair play, people wanted to sort of navigate
But
around.
a
certain
loan's going to
things.
have to be someone that isn't really getting game time or isn't a full-on critical starting 11 player for the team that they play for.
Yeah.
So if you're looking for 6 months of someone to be basically alongside Martial in kind of the pecking order or a decent someone off the bench, that's going to be at least a United quality to some
Well, that's the
extent.
I mean,
Yeah.
Producer Ethan's taking the piss here by saying Newcastle
we get the
loaned,
Newcastle game?
Newcastle loaned Dubravka to United, who's the smaller club. But that would be an instance of a smaller club giving United a player who they didn't want anymore on loan and was still good enough to be our second choice goalkeeper.
But it turns
there
out he
could be-
wasn't.
No, but I understand that, but conceptually he was. There are players who play for smaller teams than United who could be a second choice player for United. Maybe.
Like who?
Giroud. Felix.
João Felix.
Yeah.
That's what I mean, but Atletico Madrid it's a smaller club, but it's not like...
They're not worse than us. They beat
Do you know
us
what I mean?
last
They're
season,
not worse.
so
So it's
I
like-
agree they're not worse.
It's...
but it's not like...
João Felix does start week in, week out for Simeone, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does, but it's just like it's like one of them. Do you know when we had like Pogba, and it's just like every week you'd have a period where he'd show a moment of brilliance, but he can never really fit in the team and then he gets subbed off and just them sort of things with Felix. Like he just doesn't work. I think as a forward, when you go to Atletico Madrid, it's almost a 50-50 in it, like with Simeone, because the way they play their football. But I mean, last game I watched, the Atletico Madrid game, he was fantastic in that game, to be fair.
Yeah.
A lot of shots at goal, taking a lot of risks. Him and Morata, to be fair, did really well. We've been linked to both of them.
Yeah. Morata's another one who isn't really a great striker.
Gets chances.
But he
though.
gets chances and he's scored plenty of goals in his career. And for 6 months, I think he could get us a goal in a big game.
I think for Spain as well, like, he's been quite unfortunate recently where for Spain he's stepped up, but Atletico Madrid, like, again, it's that style of football. There's a lot to do as a forward at Atletico Madrid. It's like you always hit the channels as a centre forward, and you have to do a lot of work. And funnily enough, when you watch his, Odegaard nearly scored there, but yeah. Funnily enough, when you watch that goal against, I forgot what team they were playing, Atletico Madrid, he had to do so much to like drop 2 defenders, got in the box, ricocheted off someone, and then it went in. But yeah, it's an interesting one. Felix will be, if we're playing like in this Martial style, like if that's the way we're trying to go all season, like maybe Felix is our best option. But then at the same time, you'd think like, I made this point to someone last night, and I think Ten Hag has just had different forwards into centre forwards over the years.
Yeah.
He's never really been fixated on one style of a striker, and he's almost made it work. So you'd think like maybe we should be looking at, you know, having one big number 9 and one bit of a false 9 who links things up, like as Martial's done for us.
Yeah. 10 minutes to go. Score predictions. United Bournemouth.
I'm going.
I'll go with you first. What's the score and who's scoring? Get your thoughts in the comments.
I'm going to go 3-1.
United.
3-1, and I'm going to go for Rashford, double, and Martial.
I'd love that. Mine obviously never changes. 3-1.
So you say 3-1 every single game?
Every single game, no matter what game it is.
Even if it was playing Stretford Paddock, I say.
3-1, yeah.
Okay.
3-1. I agree.
To Paddock in that case.
So you're just saying 3-1 as well, Joe?
No, I think
Rashford hat-trick as well.
I don't know because there's part of me that thinks it might be like a 5-0. I think we've got a big goal scoring performance in us.
I hate this.
But on the other
confident
hand, 1-0 wouldn't surprise me either. Or 1-1, sorry, wouldn't surprise me either. I think
the last game I watched of Bournemouth was them against Chelsea, and they were really bad.
Yeah.
As in, like, they weren't actually very solid defense. They were at Stamford Bridge, and they were still playing pretty open. Do you know what I mean? And Chelsea have been absolutely dire this season, and they were literally getting in on will. I think was it 2-0? 2-0 Chelsea won. So I looked at that and thought, if Bournemouth play like that against us, we should be able to rock up a good, decent scoreline. But you know what it is. Usually United's everyone's cup final, but hopefully it is a comfortable win today, because I think we need to go into the City game, as I said, with momentum sustained, which is 3 wins on a bounce.
Yeah. Armad says, big up the multicultural cast today, and you, Joe. Thanks. I like that. And you, Joe. Not quite as much of a big up, but a little one. Raf says, Joe's the only guy with a beard who can chat to Pirlo. Don't know what that means. Everyone on this has got beards.
I've barely got a beard though.
Yeah, it's still
Mine's
a beard.
barely a
It's
beard
fine.
as well.
We've still, what do you mean barely a beard? If you've either got a beard or you haven't. You've got a beard.
The thing is, I never let it grow, you know, because it just looks horrible
Let it
when
grow.
it comes up.
Nice. Lovely singing, actually. Have you ever had a scholarship for that?
I've got a pocket,
What's that mean?
like a tune.
Oh, nice. Jason K says, watching from Seattle, boys. Love the content and hope you make it stateside for a live show. This has to be the last chance for Van der Beek. I think this season is probably the last chance for Van der Beek. I'm sure he'll get more chances after this. But also, in terms of live shows in America, United's pre-season, if it is in America, we will definitely be there, and we'll be definitely doing live shows while we're out there. So, yes. Liam Pickering says, win today allows us to lose to Arsenal and City and still stay top 4. There's no teams for the rest of the season we aren't favourites or even against. Interesting way of looking at it. Slightly more on the defensive end of predictions, that, isn't it? Like, we can lose to both. But that is a good point, because like we said, we're looking up because we're optimistic fans. But from the other perspective, that's a good point to make that.
Yeah, it's generally because City can go either way. They are definitely stronger than us at the moment. And Arsenal, Emirates, after we beat them in the first game, that will be a tough one for us to get something from, and that pains me to say. I think we've not been that good there in the past couple of years, especially since it used to be Lingard's dance floor.
I know.
But I would like for us to win these games, obviously, and I still think we could still nick at least a point from each game against City and Arsenal. If you can get at least a draw out of them two, I'd be satisfied.
Yeah, me too. I think a draw from both would be alright, wouldn't it? Our record against City in recent seasons has been shit, and the way Arsenal are going on, you take 4
What we
points
need to
from
do is at least compete. Do you know what I mean? We lost 6-3, and I think the game was a lot wider than that. I think the 3 flattered us a little bit.
Yeah.
We
got battered.
Yeah, we got absolutely battered, and we need to show a little bit of character in the next time that we play them.
Yeah,
A little bit of revenge about us.
definitely.
But also the same way, when you're playing Arsenal, you got to know that they're going to come out firing. And I want us to derail their title chances and help top 4 chances.
Yeah. Would you rather City won it than Arsenal?
Yeah.
Why?
I hate both teams, but I have a proper disdain for Arsenal. Everything about them, the club, the players, the manager, their fans are absolute muppets. City are just an irrelevant, oil-pumped team with no tradition and culture, really. But as for Arsenal, I think they were kind of alongside us a little bit in the rebuilding process in the past few years of being 2 underperforming football giants, and for them to kind of skip us in the race to get back to the top and win the title before us would pain me as well.
Them overtaking us
Yeah.
would be worse than seeing a team that I'm used to seeing win the league again. But yeah, who would you rather win the league, Arsenal?
I was going to say, who do you rather?
Just City, but like
I think
51% City, 49% Arsenal. I hate both of them.
It's mad that we have to pick hard.
It might not even be one of them two, but it probably will, won't it? Let's be honest.
Come on, Newcastle.
I think I'm in the same boat as you guys. It's so close. Like, Arsenal fans are just the worst, aren't they? But then, like, Arsenal as a, like, team, the players, and just as, like, what they were, like, growing up and things like that. City, again, they're your local rivals and that, but it's just, I don't care enough about City. Like, it's the thing is, when you say that to City fans, they almost think you're just dissing them and that, but, like, I just don't care enough. Like, you can't make someone care enough. I just don't care enough about City, but that three-peat can't happen.
Yeah. So who are you saying then?
I think I'm going to go for Arsenal just because I don't want City to win 3 in a row.
Yeah. Close though, isn't it? Just shit all around, really,
But
isn't it?
Regardless, we're coming back in the next couple of years and we're winning the lot every year.
I was saying this the other day, but when you actually look at United over the last 10 years, every time we've had a manager that had won trophies in the past, we've won trophies. Like, we don't... because we spend so much money, having a competent manager does usually get you some sort of silverware. Because like Moyes had never really won trophies, that didn't work. That was gone. Van Gaal won the FA Cup, which you could argue is the sort of the biggest cup we've won since Fergie left. Obviously, it wasn't enough to keep his job because he finished 6th or 5th, whatever it was. Then Jose came in. He'd won trophies before. He comes in, wins 2 more trophies at United. And even Solskjaer, who CV-wise has probably done the least in football by the time he started managing United, he finished 2nd and was, a goalkeeper taking a penalty away from winning the Europa League. Like, if you are a good manager and you manage the team well, you will probably win trophies with this Man United team. So I think Ten Hag, who everything to me points to him being a top manager, there's no reason why we shouldn't be winning some trophies in the next 2 or 3 years. If not this season, maybe not Premier League. Obviously, that's probably a push. But League Cup, we're already in the quarterfinals of that. FA Cup, Europa League is going to be tricky. But I think I see United winning trophies really this season. But, obviously, cup competitions can go either way. I'm a bit nervous now, actually. I'm a little bit nervous.
Why is that nervous?
Nervous at home to Bournemouth.
The camera's gone
these
to
are the big
Maguire.
ones, aren't they?
In their violet kit. Is that violet, would you say?
That's a violet,
That is a horrible kit.
Would you say lavender?
Lavender, lilac, violet. There's a little aqua on there. Aquamarine.
That is an awful kit.
It's not getting peak.
It's a bit like a... do you know those like 1990s like sody cups that you see on like American films? It proper got that little pattern on the front of it, hasn't it?
Yeah.
I love it. Anyway.
Well.
So we're just sorting out the game, which interestingly isn't on terrestrial TV. So we're obviously at Old Trafford. We're in a box.
Yeah.
We've paid a lot of money for this box, but we can just behind the cameras.
Specialised Stretford Paddock.
Just behind the cameras, there's a screen there, a glass screen, and we're looking at the pitch. This is all green screen. We're in a box at Old Trafford, so that's how we've managed to get the game on. However you're getting on at home is up to you, but that's how we've got it on. Exciting. Right, we'll get some comments here. Tina says Felix has got 21 goals in 82 games. If we go for top 4, Morata and Felix are not the long term, number 9, Rashford number 2, and Casemiro and Eriksen. What about Thuram?
I
talked
really
about
like
him before. You like him? Go on then. Tell me
I've
why do you
always
like
liked
him?
Marcus Thuram. I think, funnily enough, like when I first watched him over like the last couple of seasons in the Bundesliga, I think it was his first season at Gladbach. He made that move from the French league. Like, you just look at it, and I just think he's someone that's like a bit of a wide player, but then moved into being a centre forward.
Yeah.
And I think he's made that move over the last year. But the only worry that I'd have with Thuram, his physical aspect is fine. I think he holds up the ball really well. He runs at you. He causes all sorts of problems. But my biggest issue is, do you sign another winger/centre forward type?
It's because he's kind of a hybrid, isn't he? Like you said.
He is.
But
But he can play more of a 9, I think, than Marcus, for example. Like, he's more of a natural goal threat. He's a bit unorthodox in a way when he runs with the ball.
Yeah.
Like, he bullies the defender.
To be fair, though,
he's
isn't
bigger, isn't he? I think 6'2".
6'4", or
Is he?
6'2".
Nah,
He's quite big.
I think 6'2".
To be
what
fair,
I saw, but
I do.
big guy.
This is the first season that he's consistently played up front, though.
Yeah, it is. He's always been wide.
Yeah,
But that's
so-
the thing, that's my worry. Oh, Martin.
Oh, Martinez stepping
Look
out
at him
with
coming out with the World Cup
mess.
medal on. I love that.
Oh, look at that.
Everyone was saying when he saw McAllister getting that welcome he got from at Brighton that Martinez should have had something similar.
Well, there you go. There he is getting it. That's good, that, isn't it? Get him on the pitch, man. See, that's never happened before, has it? Mid-season
God, I love
stuff.
that.
Yeah, there's never been a mid-season World Cup.
I know. But that's what I mean. We've never seen... I was thinking, I've never seen a United player do this, but then... Actually, when's the last time a player that was currently playing for Man United won a World Cup? Pogba. Callum Skaman.
That was very quick as well.
Fucking F1 car off the line, that. 0 to answers in 2.5 seconds. God bless.
I was going to say
Well done.
Varane, but he wasn't playing for us.
No, exactly, that's what I'm saying. I was thinking, before that, it might have been fucking Bobby Charlton.
It's a good point. Let's try and remember, like, who...
So before Pogba, get in the comments, before Pogba, who was the last current Manchester United
Who won
player
it
to
in
win the World Cup?
Cleverson.
He won it in 2014.
No, we bought him after the World Cup.
Who won it in 2014?
2014 was Germany.
We didn't have anyone.
Schweinsteiger wasn't
Did you have
still there.
Schweinsteiger?
No.
No, we signed him after.
It was a couple of years after as well.
2010 was
Didn't have any Spanish.
was 2010
players.
Spain. Didn't have any Spanish players.
One matter. But
2006
he won
was
it. He won
Italy.
it before he joined United. He won it in
2006
2010.
was.
Italy, we didn't have... I don't remember.
No, we ain't got any Italian.
Italian.
We never have Italian.
2002 was
98.
Brazil.
Did we have
98 was
Barthez?
France. No, we bought him
it was
after.
France.
We bought Barthez and Blanc after that World
Blanc
Cup.
after that. 94? Who's 94?
Brazil. Didn't have any.
Definitely didn't have any
No.
Brazilians.
1990 was Germany.
Definitely didn't have any Germans.
86 was Argentina.
Definitely didn't have any
82.
Yeah.
I don't know. I
You
can't
might be
remember
right. It
what
might be Bobby Charlton.
It might literally be Bobby Charlton.
That's funny.
Someone
that.
saying Barthez.
No, he
It
joined
can't
after.
be.
they won the
Mikel
World Cup.
Sylvester.
No, same. Bournemouth coming out with a little speed straight off the out the blocks there.
Can we keep a clean sheet tonight, lads?
Don't know. There's a
Okay.
big
Why
gap
is
there.
this guy just...
Whoa, just bomb through the middle, eh?
Please. Luke Shaw as well to get it.
Yeah, well done. They're coming out with a bit of fire, aren't they, Bournemouth? First, I know it's only the first few seconds, but there's a lot of players in United's half there.
Yeah.
And they're really driving at us.
Bournemouth.
Just let them run right through
know,
the middle
yeah.
of the pitch.
There's a massive gap there.
Come on, lads. Just run through the middle.
No, some slope that. Ten Hag's head.
That's good, isn't it?
Oh, a mate of mine the other day made
Chill factor.
a mad point about corners at Old Trafford.
Go on.
So he went to the game and he was saying like how he was looking at how our corners are just always bad. Like when you look at Bruno, not always, but like a lot of the time,
Yeah.
First
Bruno, Eriksen, a lot of these guys are very, very good corner takers in it, like set piece takers, and even Luke Shaw.
Yeah.
He was saying like, do you know that little slope
Yeah.
in the corner? Do you think that actually makes a difference?
Well, they have to start.
There's not
A
enough-
lot of times, if you want a long run up, you have to.
Yeah.
If you don't know, if you've not been to Old Trafford or you've been and you've not noticed, around the edge of the pitch is really like chopped out like that.
Yeah.
So like probably 2 yards off the side of the pitch, there's a probably 2 foot drop maybe, like really steep slope. And I think if you want to take a long run up on a corner, you have to start your run up just on the corner of that
yeah.
slope.
Or some of them even start like
Yeah.
literally like
Like a
halfway,
step
so a
on.
bit
So
low, yeah.
that would be off putting, wouldn't it? I mean, it's not ideal.
I think our best set piece taker, what? Eric, you got Eriksen, but I feel like Luke Shaw's up there.
Yeah.
I like Luke Shaw's set piece.
I
Like
think
in the
he's-
World Cup, he was class for England with them as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
There you go, Luke Shaw ball.
Good ball to Bruno.
Strong
Causing
defending.
pressure there.
Nice.
Donny, Ericsson.
Lovely
back to Donny.
football. Oh,
Stay in the box. But when you box, defenders can't really tackle you.
I always thought, like, before he joined United, I thought that Ericsson and Donny were quite similar players because they look a bit similar as well. They both got the blonde hair. Nothing like each other, are they?
Yeah.
Ericsson is just on another level, isn't he? They're like,
What was that on there? What was it?
I don't know.
I think it was a score update from Ethan there.
Yeah, Fulham are beating Leicester 1-0. Mitrovic with the goal. We'll
Mitrovic.
keep you up to date with all the other scores as
Maybe
well,
I should
obviously.
have
I
captained
think
him.
he's in my fantasy, I think.
Is it?
I just bought him in. Just
What,
for
in
this
like
game.
fantasy football or just sexual fantasy?
Fantasy football.
Has he ever made his way into any other fantasies?
Never.
Really?
I just don't like
You don't
doing
want a
it.
big Serb, just sort of some sort of sexual umpire sat in a chair next to the bed like that. Not
What's
foul play.
going on here, bro?
Not unless it's a woman. No.
Big Serbian woman.
Respectfully.
Nothing wrong with
What
that,
a ball. Was that Shaw again?
probably. Rashford. Go on, hit it, lad.
He's having it. What is that?
Compact.
I should have captained him.
Do you
Guess who I
not
captained?
think Bruno's got a bit of a gene where like something triggers where he just does something a bit erratic?
Yeah,
At
I
least a few
think
times a game.
Ten Hag is giving him therapy to get rid of that. I feel like we've seen a lot more predictability out of Bruno Fernandes, and in a good way.
Because every now and again you see him do something and think, and you just raise your eyebrow and they're proper trying to think what he was trying to do.
The worst game
Yeah.
ever for that, for me, and I think it's one of Bruno's worst ever games because he just lost it, was away against Atletico Madrid, where Bruno was getting, Pogba was getting bullied off the ball, but Bruno, every time he got it, he was like going for the Hollywood pass, just booting it out for a goal kick. Like, he just went
there, like-
mad. You're like, what? Every decision he made that whole game, I was like, he's lost his head. He's completely lost his head. Brighton are also beating Everton. We'll get the scores across the bottom of there as well shortly.
Fucking hell.
Yes.
It's all going on.
Donny for 2 for the price of 1.
Thing is, the smart thing would have been for me to captain Mitrovic on FPL, but guess who I captained?
Who?
Marcus Rashford.
Well,
It's always
Don't rule
hard.
it out
It's
yet.
just this week, but it's just because I was backing him to get a hat.
Hattie. You might still get one.
He might do.
Mitrovic has had the second most. Actually, I think as of I don't know if that's changed since Nunes yesterday, but he's had the most shots of anyone in the Premier League, or second most.
Yeah.
He's
Like that.
class, Mitrovic, man.
Yeah.
Don't shoot, you don't score, do you?
Well, unless you're
Fred.
conceding 2 own goals against Liverpool.
Yeah, I thought that looked a bit
Oh
match
my
fixing, to be honest.
Days, that was.
Yeah.
Is match fixing is that an adjective?
No.
Okay.
You can sometimes have the license.
Lovely match fixing jumper you've got on there.
It doesn't work.
No, you're right. Just don't work at all, does
Yeah.
it? Shame though. I tried my best. You don't think it was actually match fixing, do you?
It just looked dodge.
That looks so wild.
One player
Yeah.
conceding 2 own goals is mad.
And
In
it's
the
the
way
way
he
they
done
looked.
it,
They
yeah.
looked a bit. The second one looked like he tried to put it in the top corner.
Yeah.
Second one, like he had enough time to just clear it properly, or like I don't know what he was trying to do there, man. That's
Poor
so
ball from
annoying
Martial,
because
that.
Leicester that game, just Liverpool kept giving them the ball, but they were so bad. Like they just couldn't
Liverpool
do
have been
anything.
awful, haven't they? Did you
They
watch
have.
the game yesterday?
No, I missed a lot of it. I watched the second half, but I missed
The first half was
It's where it
worse.
all happened.
From about 20 minutes to the end of the first half, every single time Brentford went forward, they looked like they were going to score. They had 2 goals disallowed. They scored 2 goals as well in the first half. It was like, do you know the United game against Brentford where
Yeah.
we're just shitting it and they were just passing through us
Do you
and
see-
just too intense.
But we
for us?
almost gave them the goals directly from De Gea in that game.
Post-game interview as well.
We're talking about the third goal shouldn't have been allowed and all that.
He was just littered
No way
with
he was doing
excuses.
that
yeah,
again.
that's all he does.
Loves an excuse, that guy, man.
He hadn't signed a midfielder in 4 years.
And then he
he's
kept
acting like he's
then he was
surprised.
complaining about how Brentford bend the rules in up from set pieces and like how they hold and grab and block, and he was just every single second sentence was him moaning about something not to do with his team but like an excuse.
It feels like Martial's going wide quite a
I
lot.
know he's
in this
really
game.
playing like almost left wing, isn't he?
It's that rotation in it between them.
Just trying to get touches after he played arse against Wolves.
Yeah.
He was so
Just to
bad.
get himself in the box, that's what he needs to do.
Wan-Bissaka on the right.
I've not missed seeing
Nice.
Maguire have to wind up for his 5-yard passes.
Yeah.
So is it
Oh, well
Go on,
done.
Rashford.
good tackle?
Casemiro there.
You can see what
as he
the
does.
rain and it's making everything skip away a little bit.
Great ball from Bruno onto Donny, by the
Ball.
way. Oh,
That's the one thing that I will give Donny.
He just finds
His
that
movement's
space,
very
innit?
good.
So good, man.
He just doesn't
It's
do
actually
anything when
very
he
good.
gets the
He
ball.
finds pockets.
Bit like
well, doesn't he?
Nunes,
Yeah.
innit?
Yeah.
Nunes has got the maddest movement and it's just the shittest finishing.
You know what's mad though? He's so like alright because you know his goal that got disallowed.
Hmm.
That was some finish.
Yeah.
And then
Well, he
when
won't, if
offside-
he's
He's one
onside,
of those
he's
players
sure
that I bet in
scoring.
training he looks like one of the best strikers in the world. Nunes.
Nah, I think exactly how he plays, where it'll miss
you think?
sitters and then he'll come to him like on the volley on his left foot and he'll just bang it in.
Do you think you can even give him instructions? Like, he probably is just like a nutcase.
But the thing
He's
is,
chaotic human.
He's
Yeah.
bad
As
in
a
a way.
footballer.
I've never seen someone so bad and good at the same time.
Yeah.
And I don't like Liverpool players, but I will admit because I think Nunes will have a game this season where he scores 4
Yeah.
or something. Do you
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh,
We've got almost 3,000 people watching. Let's see if we can get to 1,000 likes. Only 300 likes at the minute. Like the video. Manchester United 0, Bournemouth 0 so far. If you
we
like
get
the
to a-
video, if we get to 1,000 likes, United are going to score.
we get to 1,000 likes. Abdul will never wear his hat again on camera.
Never.
Facts. Over 400 already. Look at that. Immediate.
What, is that 1,000? That's too low. Too attached.
No hats.
Especially to this one. This is
Is that your favourite one?
It's my favourite one. I never get rid of it. Rusty.
Have you
look
got a
how
small
rusty
head?
that is. I think so.
My head is so big because I'm looking at the amount of
Yeah.
excess little strap
Got a
at the back
massive
there.
forehead, but my head in general is quite small.
Is it?
Yeah.
I, like it.
No.
I wish my head was a bit smaller.
Bournemouth
actually.
haven't been too bad, man. Look at it.
No, they haven't. They've been decent.
Has anyone bullied you about having a big head or something? Does it sound
My mate used
quite-
to call me basketball head occasionally.
That's alright.
Basketball head.
I don't see it. I think you got a normal
But it's
size
because
head.
I'm big as well, so it helps.
I'd
Yeah,
say,
'cause of his size,
more
Yeah.
it's
more cereal box.
Yeah, it's quite quadrilaterally.
Yeah, yeah,
It's quite square, isn't it?
yeah, more that than spherical.
Yeah. I think he was just trying to think of something large. Go on, Harry. He's playing on the right as well, Maguire. If you're interested.
That is interesting.
That's pretty much been permanent, hasn't it, under Ten Hag? He's not really played him on the left at all.
Bloody hell, how low are Luke Shaw's shin pads?
He's trying to gorilla shit.
Ankle pads.
Oh,
Ooh.
this Casemiro.
Just a little bit of week 1 Casemiro coming back out there.
Yeah, we've had a bit of a sluggish start though.
Yeah. They look good. They're playing quite a high line, Bournemouth. To say they're sitting in their own box,
Yeah.
all their players are well clear of the 18-yard
Yeah,
line.
they've put a pressure on the ball. They've not sit back too much. This is how they play, but it's exactly what I saw them do against Chelsea. They went to Stamford Bridge and they didn't sit back.
No.
They did get Chelsea did get in quite a lot, but they were semi-threatening going forward. But
Semi.
yeah, but they're not like gonna low block it.
No.
I think so far from Man United, though, I think when there's been a bit of space, it's like Donny van de Beek is the one hitting it, and obviously he's not got the pace to get away. So maybe United need to work on just trying to get Rashford in behind.
Yeah. Even
rather than him
Martial.
coming short, and Martial
Martial's
as well.
he's got the sort of pace where if he's ahead of you, you're probably not going to
Yeah.
catch him.
Go on.
But he can't fly past you like Rashford can. That's
Oh,
shit
that was a
header,
chance as well.
Martial with a header there, 8-10 yards out maybe. Near
Just
post.
needed more of a depth flick.
Yeah. That's the one thing about playing wingers as strikers. I know he's converted to a striker, but he doesn't have that natural... You don't trust him in that situation there,
Did
do you?
Martial cheat again?
Why?
He cheated and he's like misses again, innit?
Oh, right, I don't
You're
know.
talking about a Premier League footballer here. There's not.
I mean,
one,
they all do it.
There's
but
not
as
one
in,
longer
like,
one.
as in, he got caught again, did he?
Oh, he got caught.
He hadn't done another Instagram post about it, has he?
Sorry, I'm about the evil that I've caused.
Just keep it behind closed doors.
Such a
that's good.
scumbag.
Oh, no.
We need more of that though, where we win the ball back, we attack fast, and we get in behind their wing backs because they're playing 5 at the back, aren't they?
Yeah.
So he's trying to isolate Rashford against their centre halves.
Taking about a minute and a half to do a throw in here. Fuck me.
Right, his hand.
Looked like it, didn't it? But handballs are just shit now anyway.
If I had to guess the sub second half, I think.
I love
Yeah, you know what? Not Martinez. I think Martinez
11
probably
minutes in,
started
we're
this
already
game.
making subs.
No,
That's the
I
most
like
Abdul thing ever,
playing that game.
I know you do, yeah.
My mind. I think is I sat next to Adam the other day and I was just kept doing that and I actually got them spot on part one.
Did you?
Well, I think there was like 4 or 5 changes. I was like, Bruno moves to right wing, put Alanga on. Well, yeah, I like doing that.
Yeah.
I get a spot.
Go on, then who you bringing on
reading his
then?
mind.
You didn't even
Second
do it.
half,
Yeah.
I reckon Delo comes on at right back.
Yeah.
Donny comes off for Fred.
Yeah.
Oh, Donny for Garnacho.
Left wing.
That's so bad. He's in there. Literally, like, if Bruno touches that and just plays him, like, he's in. All Bruno's got to do is touch the ball, turn and pass. Like, This is what I love Bruno. Honestly, I love the guy, but them little bits there, just I don't understand what he's trying to do. Like, come on, man. Just touch and turn and like Rashford's in on goal.
They want enough weight on the pass to him for him to be able to flick it like that.
Yeah.
It's just lax. That's what it is. Fuck's sake.
I think that's the difference between us and like City. You know, when you look at like the Donny van de Beek game against Wolves, he come on and he could have played Rashford in like 2 or 3 times. Same thing with even like Liverpool. Like Nunes gets played in like 3-4 times in a game. I think like we've not even like took advantage of Rashford's like run of form. The other day at Old Trafford, like the same thing. He was so frustrated that day.
Yeah.
I don't know if like it was on TV like that, but he was just so vexed. Why are you trying to run at your man there? Why are you doing the same as well? Like,
I would love to know how Donny thought that was going to go there. He's got 3 men in front of him. Thought,
And he's not that guy.
I'm fucking
Not
knocking
that
it.
guy.
I'm knocking it and running. I'll do it. We need to see more from Martial today as well, I think. He looked like Martial of last season, didn't he?
He looked a bit leggy.
Yeah. He just looked tired and slow. See, Bournemouth with quite a high line. Sort of mid-block in it, like not really pushing the centre-backs, but their defensive line is 35 yards out. Which is where people like Eriksen come in. Because when you're playing the ball into a packed midfield like that and it's Fred receiving the ball, or McTominay, that the ball comes back at you all the time. But hopefully Casemiro and Eriksen can do a bit more in these tight spaces. Got Luke Shaw in the middle there, isn't it? Casemiro's playing left back.
inverted fullback stuff in it.
Young Cancelo. Actually, I think they're about the same age, aren't they?
Lindelof with a left-footed pass.
It's a bag of shit.
Looking a bit
whatever it was.
hopeful though.
I know, yeah.
It's a good pass.
Really good. See, that's the problem. Just a bad pass really from Lindelof, wasn't it?
Oh,
It's a foul. Bad pass from Lindelof there. It's a hopeful
I've not
pass.
liked this start from us at all.
No. This was the sort of start that I was making me think that sort of 1-1 prediction isn't far off. He tackles him, but he's already fouled him by that point. Casemiro with a foul there.
Do you know how sick that tackle the other day at Old Trafford, where like Casemiro fell and then he just gradually like just extended his leg and won the ball. It was
Wrapped it
before Martial's goal, I think
Yeah.
it was. It's class that.
Set piece.
Against Forest.
Oh yeah, Forest game. Class. I don't like this.
I know, yeah. Free kick to Bournemouth.
Horrible
Sort
place
of,
as well to concede
yeah.
it, innit? Just anything can happen.
He looks like John Flanagan,
He
Such
does.
a random shout.
but slightly
No, he
like a
actually
slightly
does.
less ugly John
Jeez,
Flanagan.
We're deep here.
This is a good spot for a free kick. This
I hate this.
probably
so
6
much.
shot. He's absolutely belted it
He
over the
is
bar. It's
horrible.
about 7 yards from the goal line.
Sub him off.
About
already,
5
but-
yards in from the corner flag.
You've got so much margin for error in that area as well.
All he has to do is not do that.
Yeah.
Even if you dribble it along the floor,
Yeah.
that's so much better than
They just need to like sort of beat Eriksen there,
that
innit?
shit. That innit?
Yeah.
He'd be so annoyed if you were his
Right.
teammate there.
Manager's gonna be rattled.
Yeah. Just try and hit the back post. Just boot it at the back post.
There's literally no space in the middle.
I know. Yeah. It's ridiculous.
Look at that.
think Bournemouth's setup's actually quite good, you know.
Yeah, it is. They've got basically someone man marking Casemiro, someone man marking Donny, someone man marking Eriksen. This is essentially what Brentford did against United. They went man for man, pressed us, and eventually it told on our defence. So far that's not happened, but we need a way round teams like this. Because if they just go one-on-one with us, we're fucked. This is better.
Oh, no.
Ooh, that was close. Could Rashford not have stuck his leg out there?
No. That was better. That's what we need against this. Go around the outside of them.
Just the rain making it stick out a little bit. I like to see us squeeze them a bit more. I think they are getting out on this in the wide areas a bit too easily.
Yeah.
Turn, man.
First time he's had any space all game.
You know.
I think we're trying to play it quick as possible now. Like, and if the team's set up that way, the way Bournemouth, I think you just have to play the ball quick.
Yeah.
You can't like let them settle in it on the ball.
I think it got to play it quick, but also got to look forward fast as well. Because I think this playing back, getting comfortable possession, and then slowing it down isn't working because they're in a really, really good shape, Bournemouth.
Yeah, they are.
I think you need to catch them out of it when you've just won the ball back.
Yeah. Creating like mini counter-attacks from pressing is going to be big in
like
this.
on transition, like you slowed it down, now it's too slow, and then they're in.
It almost reminds me of that game. Oh, Donny's in. No, he's not. Oh, it's a shit torch. Almost reminds me of that game against Everton. To know where for a lot of the game it was really just cagey in midfield, and then it took us. I can't remember when Rashford scored, but too long basically to break him down.
It's not even a shit touch. He's just not very physical, is he?
No.
Yeah.
Couldn't
He
get his
almost
body
like
shape
got
right.
ahead of his man, but then he couldn't put his body across.
Yeah. Good start from Bournemouth.
Bit of a half-hearted press.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like Ten Hag's going to be... That's good. That's good
Brilliant.
pressing that. Go on then.
Well in, Bruno.
Unlucky.
Could you not have got your body in
Yeah.
instead of trying to knock it round him?
You think so, wouldn't you? Go 50-50 for it instead rather than...
Like, nah.
So good. That's good from Donny,
Donny
that.
does really well.
And then the first touch from Bruno is excellent.
Nah, he was not.
To be fair, he's done well, the defender.
Yes.
The only thing is that touch, if you're going to put it ahead, you've got to like put it around him the other way.
Yeah.
So, kicked it too far ahead.
Well
No foul.
Don't foul.
Don't.
you know, running all the way back to his own goal there.
Did well riding the challenge though.
Yeah. Just a bit worrying this start actually, innit? Doesn't it feel like one of them where,
I don't like it.
whoa, that's a bit desperate. Bournemouth with the ball, offside.
Definitely need some width from
Yeah.
right back in an attacking sense, by the way.
Yeah.
Like, I can see that the low
It's not-
substitution happening.
Not done anything
Not
right
that
so far.
Wan-Bissaka's done anything bad. It's just, I think the way the game's going, we're probably going to need like just a pure attacking fullback.
I think he's unfair. Unlucky
I don't
there.
know why they've called that. To be
No,
honest.
I don't. Not touch the ball, and it's really close.
Hate when like linesmen and like the ref and stuff like call that. Like when it's tight and you got VAR.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
See, I knew he was going to use his left foot, and I was just like, please don't mess it up.
No, he did that thing though of like he knew it was a bad idea, but
And
he's
still
already
done
in.
it
He's
anyways.
he's already in the motion, so he
Yeah.
half
Yeah.
pulled out. But by that point, it's too late.
There he is. See,
That's
we're
the move.
missing someone on the right, you know, there.
Yeah.
Because when Bruno comes across, you need
I
someone.
know you
there.
got Wan-Bissaka keeping the width, but that's it.
Haven't really got a presence in there.
Eriksen.
See, even that, it's just half a yard too
Yeah.
slow all the time.
Yeah.
Half a s- And that's hopeful as fuck.
Arsenal, Newcastle, sorry, still 0-0 as you can see there. Everton 0, Brighton
Lovely.
1, Leicester 0, Fulham 1.
Casemiro, foul. He's not got any of the ball, ref. Quick, man. That's got to go. See, you've made that pass, but like Rashford was on time back, man.
Fucking hell, it's
Not
about
gonna
time,
foul.
ref.
Free kick. knocks it past him there.
Nutmeg.
Just too physical with him there, isn't he?
I thought this was a foul, me,
I mean, it's kind of... He goes down knowing he's not going to get the ball, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Still sticks his leg across.
Kind of tried to buy it, didn't he?
Yeah.
Would love us to score from a set piece, man.
Yeah,
Come
me
on.
too. It's deep as well, that. 25, 35 yards out maybe on the left-hand side.
Do you reckon we just aim for Maguire at the back post or not? Actually, Maguire's gone short.
Great.
Yes!
Casemiro. We talk about set
Love
pieces
that,
as well.
man.
Near post volley from the set
What a
piece.
ball, what a
Straight
finish.
in.
Said before the game,
Come
threatened
on,
the box.
That's a
Was
proper
that?
Chris Smalling finish, that, innit? Who was it against City where he
City,
scored?
yes.
Just like that.
No, he's done that twice
Was
against
it?
City.
Yeah.
Do you remember Community Shield when he was
Yes,
young?
opened
First
his
game?
body up, side foot, roof of the net from 5 yards out. Assuming it's not offside, there's no reason.
Then he
that'll
done
be
it in the
disallowed.
derby, 3-2, like before Josie went,
Yeah,
innit?
yeah. I think it's Sanchez.
Proper
with the
Smalling,
assist.
I think, yes.
Just a great cross. It was
Oh,
at Ericsson.
yeah,
He's well
he's
onside. Just
Brilliant
a
run,
beautiful,
great
beautiful
finish.
run, beautiful finish.
Oh,
This is what we're
what
talking
a
about,
man.
Casemiro. There's more to
Great
his game
delivery.
than just
What a
fucking
finish.
bludgeoning people 20 yards from his own goal. Well onside, not even near anyone. There's no
What was
question.
City fans talking about
Look at that with a
Rodri
little-
scoring the other day? And they're like, oh, that means obviously he's a better DM.
Yeah.
Look at that for a finish, mate. Have that.
That's a really good finish, Casemiro. That. Get your thoughts on that in
From
the
a
comments.
pure footballing standpoint, though, I respect Rodri. I think.
Oh, no. I think
it-
Rodri's unreal.
I think
Don't get me wrong.
Casemiro and him are like 1-1.
They're the best two DMs for me.
People saying that I saw the comments because people have been commenting before that saying that it's scored. I hadn't seen any of those comments. I was looking at the Newcastle. I was getting the Arsenal.
How far
game.
behind are we?
We must be a few minutes behind. This
What
game
minute is it?
kicked
Like-
off 26 minutes ago in real life, and we're only on the 24th minute. So we're obviously a little bit behind, which is interesting because, like I said, we are sat at Old Trafford
Yeah.
because there's no other way to watch it.
There's a bit of lag at Old Trafford because of the rain, though.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's affecting the photons getting from the pitch to the eye. 2 or 3 minutes late. That's exactly what United needed. Come on now, Bruno Fernandes. Hopeful. Jay saying there's a 2-minute 8-second delay. Unbelievable. Yeah, people have been saying Casemiro for a very long time.
Go on, quick. Oh, that's just poor. There little moments there where we just need to be better, man.
Bumba clat.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Still no
Keep
goals in the Newcastle Arsenal game.
Come on, the tune.
Nice. The Magpies. The Magpipes. It's like a bagpipe, but you've got just a magpie's dead body as the bag.
We need to
And
put Shaw centre back.
You know, something else.
He's not started well left back this game. Luke Shaw.
Yeah, Luke Shaw getting back in his favoured position.
I might have forgotten how to play fullback.
Fucking hell, United's scoring from set pieces. Unable to break teams down and scoring from set pieces. It's the Sam
If I'm not
Allardyce way, isn't
mistaken,
it?
that could be the first goal. No, it's the second now because Thingy did it. Before the game where Rashford scored the clever set piece, I think United hadn't scored from a set piece.
Was Casemiro's goal against Chelsea not a set piece?
No,
was it
that
not?
ball went out to
Went out
Shaw,
first.
innit? From a set piece, though. I think we played it out to Shaw on the left and then he crossed it in.
Good tackle,
What's
Casemiro. No!
Oh, my.
That's fucking
no
shit.
way. There is no way.
That's not a foul, that. The first one on the other side was. That isn't. He's knocked it forward 3 yards already.
I ain't sure about this ref.
Well, maybe it was a
Might
foul.
be a foul.
No, but how's the ball going that way from
Yeah, I know
Casemiro's
about
not nicked it? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Do you know what? He always plays it close, anyways.
He gets close enough that he don't get booked.
Yeah,
And that's all I care
noticed
about.
at Madrid, he'd always get away with it because
Yeah.
of that, you know.
Because it's argue. You can always argue the time.
remember
You
watching-
can't book someone for a
Remember
foul that
watching
might
the
never be a foul.
classicals where he'd have conceded about 9 fouls and still not been booked somehow.
Yeah, I remember Bayern Munich one time as well in the Champions League, and he's just like battering the Bayern Munich midfield for the whole game.
You know,
Didn't get a
because
red card.
he's so like classy and nice looking, as in like he
No,
looks
he isn't.
friendly. What? You don't think he's classy?
He has a bit of a
I think he's
of
classy.
like a
But he's not like Fellaini.
of like a ball sack kind of face.
No, but someone like Fellaini got booked for stuff that he didn't even do wrong. I think Casemiro's the opposite.
Oh, yeah,
Like free kick to Bournemouth. Good free kick. like Mata was another one. He could get away with murder because he looked nice.
Or like Messi.
Oh, but remember when Mata got sent off? I went to that game, yeah, West Brom away. Because Mike Dean, like, he kicked like the ball away or something. So
I
Mike
actually don't
Dean
remember that.
booked him for like a soft yellow, and then like Mata kicked the ball away or something 2 minutes later, and he gave him 2 yellows, a red card. We lost 1-0 to West Brom. What a horrible,
Corner to
horrible
Bournemouth.
day.
He's got a lot of space there to put the ball in. And a good cross as well. Too much space on the edge of the box there.
Yeah. Glad we got that goal, man. Like,
Yeah.
just opening 25 minutes, getting that goal.
Seized control of the game after it, but we haven't.
No, we've not touched the ball since the goal went in. Oh, and again, Bruno with that right-footed flick, not enough power on it.
Forgot Bruno always has one of those games, and what
He's
a pass.
offside, I'm sure. Yeah, he's offside.
What a save, though, isn't it?
That was
If that's not, just as a question, if that's not offside, do you think that should have been a penalty?
Did he take him out? Or did he get the-
Casemiro
I thought he
flies through
deflected
there.
it. I thought he deflected it onto De Gea.
Okay, if he did, then fair enough.
Bruno's had a stinker.
He's well
It's
offside.
so
yeah.
offside.
Wait.
Oh, he
Probably
might-
would have
yeah.
been.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably
It's
would.
weird. Those ones are weird for pen shouts because, like, if you're outside the
Oh, yeah,
box,
it's a pen,
they'd
that.
give a foul, but
Yeah.
in the box they'd say, "Oh, we got his shot off."
Yeah, which is weird, isn't it? Because if you
Well,
get
it's
a pass
still a
off and
foul.
you get slid through, it's still a foul.
Yeah.
Pressure there, man.
I know. We
We need to do better with the second ball.
We do. This is good though. Good bit of pressing here from United, forcing him into a long clearance. Maguire wins it. That's the problem though. They're winning the second ball, and again there. Who's going for that? Fucking hell!
It's Shaw.
Luke Shaw just knocking it and stopping.
I'm not. Oh,
I don't know what
I'm
Shaw.
not-
Between them, whoever it is, blame shout to her if you need to, but you can't just knock it and no one go after
Bruno
it.
Fernandes and Luke Shaw have started this game so drunk.
I know.
It's been them two been so sloppy.
It's like none of the team want to sprint. They're all just jogging about.
It's too lax, man.
Casemiro,
great
if
pass,
he's
that.
pulled that off.
Get your body in.
Yes,
Don't
man.
fall
Marcus
off. That's probably a
Bowler.
foul.
Before you get to that. Go on. Quick on. On go.
Everything's short though.
And go.
I reckon the
And goal,
water's making
played.
the grass sticky. I don't even know.
Like, it's meant to make it.
It should make it slippier.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, everyone's hitting their passes short.
Maybe they're undercompensating for
Yeah.
the game, thinking we've got to take a bit off it.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. It feels like every pass is like 3/4 hard enough.
Maybe you'd think it'd skim up, maybe it's holding up. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. But it's happened quite a few times, hasn't it? There you go. There's a
Nice.
well done.
Good stuff.
See, that's good because, again, not to make this a game of slagging off Fred and McTominay, but Casemiro is just capable of passes and consistency of passes that they're not capable of at all, is he? Half-time, Newcastle 0, Arsenal 0 as well in the other game,
Lovely.
which is a good result for United so far.
We need
had
better
the better of that
options on
game.
the right, man.
Statistically, Arsenal have. I don't know about good chances, but just number of shots and possession, it's been mostly Arsenal.
We need to
United
start
have,
popping it on the right.
I was just going to say, completely non-existent down the right-hand side so far this half.
As expected,
Absolutely
almost,
non-existent,
innit?
yeah.
With the well, we said that before the game, didn't we?
I don't know what he's trying there.
I thought Bruno was behind it.
That's a good foul to give away again there, Casemiro.
Yeah. So no, half an hour in though.
It's like Rashford's so deep on the left. I just don't like seeing him there. Like I prefer just Rashford on the last shoulder.
Yeah.
Do you know what it is? I think our wingers are coming deep for the ball because they can't get it in attacking areas because of how deep they've been in terms of their wing backs.
Mm.
I feel like sometimes when the wing backs are playing deep and it's five at the back, you feel like there's no space for you to get it in the final third, so you got to come deeper for it.
Yeah.
So that's why I keep thinking we need to play the ball faster so they don't get in shape.
Pretty even in terms of shots and shots on target in the Arsenal Newcastle game. Arsenal dominating the possession 63%, but neither team have made a clear-cut chance, so relatively even, which is impressive, really, I suppose, by Newcastle. But see what they can do second half. Corner to Bournemouth.
They've had a lot of games like that, Newcastle, where they just keep it even throughout and get a draw.
Yeah,
I can see
that's
it
what
being
they did against
another
United, didn't it?
Maguire does really well there to get the ball away. It's a good ball.
This
in
is
the box.
exactly what Newcastle want from that game as well, isn't it? Not concede many shots on target, one in the first half, let them have possession.
They'll take a draw, Newcastle.
Yeah, of
because the
course.
aim, obviously, for them is just top four is just so ideal with the investment
Yeah.
they've got coming in. So it's like a safe point to getting it.
Yeah, great.
What a ball!
How do you even see that?
Nah, he's unreal.
Cool.
Go on. I think Rashford's
Cool.
gone on to the right because we needed that, to be honest.
Chop.
He's gone way too far there, but he's gone back in. Go on. That was good from Wan-Bissaka as well, by the way. What a ball! Ooh,
That's
like
better
that ball from
United, that.
Eriksen.
Yeah, it looks like it's Bruno on the left, Rashford on the right, even if it's just for this attack.
I was going to say earlier, I'd
Hit
like
back
to see a
post.
rotation just because of the way we're playing now.
Yes.
Oh,
That was brilliant by Shaw there, by the way, using himself as like a blocker.
I'm not gonna lie, I will say.
Whoa, where was that going?
I was going corner flag.
Bro, that was
gonna
going for a throw-in.
I was gonna say
He's over
that
at
was
foot,
some
wasn't
defending by whoever that Bournemouth player was.
he? Yeah, it was.
No, man.
Lindelof, could you not have the quality just to
I
like
swear.
hit that to shore, like a bit of composure?
I hate that, man.
Martinez would have.
I've seen replays. The ball ain't even gone out there.
Great ball from Bruno.
It's a
Ball was
brilliant
tight.
ball.
Defending
Great
that.
defending.
That might have been offside though.
Well done, Wan-Bissaka.
Brilliant.
Play it.
Wan-Bissaka's done brilliantly last couple of minutes now. Yeah, Rashford looks out. Oh, my days.
No way. Did that
Casemiro just taking the piss, isn't he?
Casemiro's first time
Can't believe
passing
it.
is a
I
joke.
can't believe it.
He's so good.
I actually can't believe how good he is. I can't.
I never knew he had these
No.
like mad pings in him, man. So I've watched enough of Casemiro. We've all watched enough of Casemiro. I've not seen.
But you know what? He
these
probably,
things,
nah, he
I swear.
probably had it, but he didn't. He
Well,
wasn't.
he didn't do
that
it.
wasn't his job.
That's
He
what
didn't
I'm
need to
saying.
use it.
Because of
just didn't do it.
Cruz and
Because he was at
Modric.
like,
yeah.
what's it called? Professor X's Academy, where everyone had special powers. He didn't need to show his off. But now he's at United, where there's only like 3 good players.
Yeah, he can
He's
show
like,
it more. Yeah,
watch
yeah.
this. I will be the leader.
Yeah, it's like Ronaldo said, and it's just at Madrid every time to like win the ball, bang, Casemiro, Modric.
Yeah. Because whilst he can do that, they can do it better than him.
Yeah.
What
Whereas we don't really have anyone that can do
Modric.
it better than him. From that position, anyway. Oh, and
I
ball.
thought I went through then.
That guy's done all right. The left back for them.
A skipper.
Luckily, he's not had to fucking do it
He
so
just
far.
lost it.
Get your body in.
There you go. That's good from Donny there. Just
No,
doing enough.
Martial's playing.
He's
He's done
there
really
as
well. Use Bruno. What are you trying to do there?
Just, he's gone off. He's gone off menu there, hasn't he?
Ref.
Ref.
That's a booking, that ref.
I want to
That's
see
a
a Marcus
booking.
Rashford
Right.
from
Put
there.
all the comments away and that. I don't know if you're ready.
They're away. Put all the comments away.
Okay, now everyone's
I've
shut
got
up.
them on
now.
a constant printout from a fax machine.
That's
Put him in
so
front of your
disrespectful to the subscribers. I just want to say,
Yeah.
put them all away.
Free kick.
Some of the comments might not be subscribers.
It's a tug back in it. He's
Facts.
done well there. See, I can't make a. I know it's not a dive, but he's made the most of that.
Yeah.
I can't do that. I tried it once or twice when I used to play football to like do a little dive or like make the most of it.
I mean, to be fair,
Just looks so.
It-
like a
it's
fucking
easy.
big,
giraffe.
it's a lot
It's easy if
harder.
you're going at speed.
Yeah, that's true.
You just kind of like.
I was never going at speed. You see, I don't really have that option.
Okay.
I don't have that in the bank.
Ronaldo seems like a bit of a diver, to be fair.
What, me?
Yeah.
Not really. Like, I'll leave my leg in though, cleverly.
Thomas Lovely.
But I'd also try and. I'm guilty of trying to stay up sometimes, actually.
It's nice that. I'm really proud of you.
Sportsmanship of the Year award.
Eriksen's taken this.
Well, just a little. That little Owen Hargreaves over the wall, bouncing on the line almost as it goes in.
I think this is too close to score.
Thing is,
He stood in the
Eriksen
middle
like
of his
lined it
net.
up, but then Rashford's like standing
Got to
over
go
it.
keep his side. I think Rashford's feeling
I
himself.
think there's so many Bournemouth players in that wall.
The player that
Pass
line-
this to Donny van der Beek here.
the player that lines it up
Keeper's being a
always
bit-
takes
keeper's
it,
being
innit?
a bit
So it
central.
won't be Rashford, it'll be Eriksen.
I'm not gonna lie, that might have been
Wow,
nestling
That was good, you know.
because the keeper was being dodgy by being a bit central.
That was going. Yo,
Deflected.
That was a good shot, you know.
Ooh. Decent shot that. Head height about 15 yards out. That's probably going in, isn't it?
15 yards out.
Well, that's where he was.
Wouldn't that be a pen?
No, it was head height when their player headed it out 15 yards out from goal.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? It wasn't taken from there.
Oh.
I'm saying that's where the ball was.
I thought you said it was a free kick 15 yards out. I was like,
You can have them.
the math ain't mathing.
I ain't seen a indirect free kick inside the box in years. Do they still do them? They're rare, them, aren't they?
Yeah, you think some rules just go out of date, is what you're saying.
Well, they do.
Players aren't as stupid as they used to be, maybe.
Ooh,
High IQ.
Come on,
football.
Barry.
Canal.
Barry Maguire.
Maguire getting absolutely thrown.
I swear that was handball.
No, right 100 kg. 110 with your head as well.
I think his head weighs more than 10 kilograms. How much do you weigh, kg wise?
I'm like putting on a bit of timber. I'm about 73 now.
Wow,
kg.
How heavy are you?
about 100.
Do you want to guess me? Do
I'm not 6'4" though.
you want to guess mine, Joe?
What are you, Ronaldo?
73.
83.
No.
What? More?
Way more.
Really?
Yeah.
Don't know.
100.
100.
I think I'm under that now.
That magic threshold. Well done,
But yeah,
Victor.
He's making me feel like
I'm
a skinny
stuck
boy.
now, man.
Make
I
me
need to
feel
get
like-
back on it.
He's making me feel like a bit of a skinny boy.
You are.
I was pushing 120 like 4 years ago. Man.
Jesus.
Mad that.
It's good that you've lost it though, isn't it?
Yeah, but like I'm stuck around this like thing. You have to go extra hard with the food
Yeah.
and stuff now, like and the gym.
Go extra hard then.
I am, mate. 2023.
Yeah. Hard stuff.
I'm trying to go back. I'm trying to go back to 72.
Those
Is that like the sweet spot?
Minor fractions. That's a good pass from Bruno. Oh, who are you passing to there?
I think that was his first shot trying to break through.
I think
Was
he's
it?
trying.
I thought
I think
Ericsson
he's
was
trying
playing
to
a
take it
1-2 with
on.
a non-existent striker there.
Donny's not been completely awful. He's got into good areas and good positions. He's had a couple of good.
I like the
touches,
fact that
but
Rashford's gone to the right here because I think we actually
Yeah.
needed it.
Yeah, me too. Because Bruno and Shaw, and it's like you've got the one attacking player, the wide player in Shaw, and the one who wants to drift inside in
I thought
Bruno.
you said Bruno and Shaw's then.
And then Wan-Bissaka and Rashford. That is a more...
Do you know low key what I'd
Balanced.
like to see?
Ford's brother.
The low on the right wing. I actually want to see how that would look.
I don't think he's got enough in the box.
Maybe not in the box, but like if you just leave him to just do the delivering.
I think Delo's one of our best 1v1 dribblers.
He is.
He has got that double step and knock. I've seen it a couple of
Don't
times.
foul him there, Casemiro.
Why has he fouled him?
He just can't help it, can he?
He's got away. with
Legally,
it.
he didn't foul him. Technically.
Got away with it.
didn't
like,
happen.
Yeah.
he should be getting booked for that, man.
He's made about 3 fouls, and then that one, which was a foul, but he just... Because he was so late, it just didn't get given.
Okay, no.
That's what we love.
Yeah. Lovey dove.
Yeah.
1-0 going into half time though. It's still on for 3-1. Prediction. I think another goal before our time will be good though.
Yeah.
It's crazy how we're watching it from Old
Bournemouth
Trafford,
in the
but
box.
everyone's in the streams ahead of us, isn't it?
Weird, that, isn't it?
Yeah, so weird.
That's just...
Laggy lag.
We're in like a delayed box. It's like we didn't have enough money to pay for like the full VIP experience.
No, I'm not buying that.
We have to look at that instead.
Stephanie.
Set
Don't get many
pieces.
Stephanies.
Set pieces is a way for them to get into the game, get back into the game cheaply as well.
What you mean on our day and age? You don't.
Yeah.
What's like the most old man name? Like you think any child that's born now, there's no chance to get called that. Gary.
Ooh.
That looked like a dangerous one, that.
I think red card. I didn't see it. I just wanted to say it.
I kind of think it's the rain, the wet surface made it worse. Yeah, he slipped into it.
Oh, yo.
He slipped into it.
Oh, yeah, I know. But it's just, yo, it looks like he could have broken something
Yeah,
there, you
it
know.
does. That's bad on Donny.
That could have. Oh,
Donny.
that could have ended so badly, you know.
It might well have.
Nah, that didn't look good.
It's ended pretty badly.
That didn't. Yeah.
No, I
think that's a lot worse than Donny's making out there. You know.
Yeah. That looked really bad. He slid into his back leg there.
Look like he proper hyperextended his
Yeah.
knee there.
He's almost putting. It looks like he's putting a bit of a brave face on, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Bad.
He wants
That.
to play in it, doesn't he?
Fucking painful as fuck. That.
Do you know what it is? I actually think he'll be all right.
I hope so.
I think it just looked heavy, and he's probably caught him
was heavy.
somewhere.
It's a great
was
finish,
heavy,
that,
yeah.
isn't it?
Oh, finish.
Just passing it into the top corner. Just a great run. Perfect finish. Oh, such a good goal, that. Such a good goal, that. Who are you texting?
I'm looking at knees.
Sorry.
Knees.
Knees.
Is that what your fetish is?
You know what I actually keep doing when I do that? I look at the comments because I can't
French.
see it from here.
The French team.
So I was looking at what people said about the comments.
What did they say?
Said that he's
Oh,
fine.
That's looking. It's not looking good, bruv.
Doesn't look fine.
It's not looking good, bruv.
Dan French. His leg didn't snap at all. I love that. Like, he must be fine then.
Oh, he's crying.
With a knee injury,
Right.
you can walk off and still be seriously wrong. You can tell he's messed it. On the replay, because there's been times in sport, especially NFL and NBA, where people have had torn ACLs
I can't see him coming back on.
and still played on. So
Yeah. I don't see him coming back on there.
yeah, he knows it.
Oh, that's peak, that man. He's literally just like
Yeah.
got a chance to start, and that's happened. That is sad, that man. I can't even lie, you got to feel for him.
Who comes on then? Garnacho.
Yeah, probably.
I don't know why we've not got a sub ready, by the way. I think that's shocking. There's no point playing with like 10 for a few minutes now.
Probably just going to wait to the end of the half, aren't we?
Really?
Don't know.
Not a good idea, that. But by the sounds of the collapse at Old Trafford, it could mean that Donny's gone straight down. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Bad. Could be anything, that. It could be a fractured bone. It could be...
I think it's a knee
done.
ligament.
Yeah.
Probably.
Fucking hell, that was a good touch. It looks...
So who's come on?
I don't know. No one. It's like we're just...
Ooh, that looks tight.
No, no.
Hope that skips through.
It's looking peak by the moment.
got there.
Yeah.
De Gea playing
And now
the,
just a bit of lag again at Old Trafford. What's
looking-
going on?
It is Garnacho coming on.
Hopefully Bruno plays normally
Mm-hmm.
in the because he's been arse on the wing,
He hasn't been in the game much, has he?
and when he has, he's been erratic.
Yeah. Just 2 minutes stoppage time. How is that happening? What game was it the other day? Did you see where they had 11 minutes stoppage time? Was it Liverpool? I think it was Liverpool, wasn't it? Or was it Chelsea against Forest? One of
11
the two.
minutes.
Or like 9 minutes.
I ain't seen those type of times since the World Cup.
I've seen one game with it. I think it was the Chelsea game against Forest. And yet, he's just been down for 2 minutes. And we've got 2 minutes exactly. There's been a goal.
Yeah.
There's about to be a substitution, which obviously you can't account for before it's happened. But Donny was down for a couple of minutes. There's been loads of free kicks. And it's 2 minutes stoppage time exactly. Like, make your mind up. Well done, Bruno. Throw in to Bournemouth. Making a sub now, there we go. Garnacho's coming on for Van der Beek, who's just gone straight down the tunnel. Worrying that, innit? It looked bad, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
Looked heavy contact.
Like the fact that Garnacho's done well, because I remember spending a large part at the beginning part of this season and last season of David Pritt telling me upstairs that Garnacho isn't ready.
Yeah.
I'm just going to put David on blast there.
That's nice of you.
He's still... I'm shaking.
Unbelievable. A trusted member of the team. Friend, confidant. You throw him under the bus like that.
Gets me free drinks in the Northern Quarter as well.
Does he?
Good lad, David.
Maguire's had a fall. It's been all Bournemouth last 5 minutes or so, hasn't it?
Yeah, we had 10 men.
That's true. I love that. We've pulled it short of the 2-minute stoppage time there, even though most of the stoppage time was taken up by a United sub. Anyway, let's not worry about that. Manchester United 1, Bournemouth 0 going into half-time there. We'll keep you up to date with the Newcastle Arsenal score, which has just kicked off for the second half. Currently 0-0 in that game as well. Give us your thoughts on that first half. Is Newcastle winning? No, Newcastle isn't winning. It's 0-0. Sad for Van der Beek. It is a bit sad for Van der Beek, isn't it? But it was just unlucky, really, wasn't it? Just their player accidentally, it looked like they just slipped and went into him.
Yeah, it's unfortunate because obviously he's gotten a start today. Not done much, but to be fair, like he was making good runs, getting into certain areas, but it is quite frustrating for him, of course. So you get how emotional he must be there. He looked like he tried to carry on, and obviously his knee just wasn't having it.
No. Hopefully it's something minor and it's a couple of weeks or a couple of months rather than something severe, but we just don't know really, so no point commenting. Danny with the super chat says, other than that pass, Maguire has been good, but I hate that he adds anxiety and nerves to the team. May never happen, but we're always waiting for a mistake. Do you think there's a bit of that, or do you think that's a bit unfair?
I think he's fallen to such a poor level to that when he just plays a standard okay game against Bournemouth. Everyone's saying he's played well. Like, I still think he's been quite slow on the ball, and there is a level of shakiness at the back when he does play.
Yeah.
Not necessarily been awful, but I won't go as far as to say that he's played good. There is a stark difference between him and Lindelof and Martinez and Varane, and it's not even just defensively and kind of character and the kind of vibe that they give the rest of the team and confidence. It's also playing out from the back.
Yeah.
I think we've missed Martinez's ball playing from the centre half a lot. Obviously, Luke Shaw in the past couple of games playing centre half has had a bit of that compared to the other centre halves, but I think Varane as well, with his ability to step out, I think their dynamics are so much better and it adds so much more to the team, and I think we look like a much more vulnerable side when they're not playing.
Yeah, I would have to agree with that. Sam Zeddy asked this before the start of the game, so sorry for only just getting to this now. He said, would you take Tielemans for free and Neves for a reasonable price next summer to replace McFred and Van der Beek? Would they be Ten Hag style players? You got some thoughts on that?
Tielemans, I don't know. I think Tielemans could actually do okay at Manchester United because he could probably play in that 8 role, like sort of where Eriksen does, and then you can probably rotate between them. So, is he free? Is he available free? Is it in the summer or?
I think so, yeah.
Because again, like if he is free, I think I do have question marks over Tielemans overall, but he's got undeniable quality on the ball, no doubt. And I think around like a better setup and a more complete setup in terms of the footballing side compared to Leicester, I think he could stand out.
I think Tielemans' performances and his level of stall just because he's been at Leicester City, not necessarily a bad side. But I think he's the type of player that if he goes to a bigger team, I think he'll be able to unlock more of his potential.
Yeah, he's only 25 as well.
Yeah.
Worth remembering that he's just coming into his sort of peak years. He's not not someone that we've seen the best of.
Same
yet,
age, like Neves is around the same age. It just feels like Neves has been around for years.
I think Neves is 24, isn't he?
No,
He's 25 as well. Sorry, yeah.
Neves was like captain in. He was captain in Porto. At like 17, wasn't he?
Yeah, and then he was at Wolves as a 19-year-old in the Championship.
19, yeah.
Like or 18, whatever.
It's weird when he made that move because like everyone just thought he'd just go to like a top European side.
Yeah.
And then like maybe get a loan move or something or even start. But
what we've seen now in the Premier League is that lesser teams aren't as urgent, or there's not as much pressure on them to sell their best players because there's so much money in the Premier League now spread out across all the teams. Wolves don't desperately need 50 million for Neves.
No.
Do you know what I mean?
They need.
Whereas back in the day, if someone's offered 40, 50 mil, they have to take it.
And they can always like still offer decent sized contracts in it.
Yeah, well, they can pay Neves 150 grand a week, or what? I don't know what he's on, but theoretically they could. They've got that sort of money.
And they
need
50. Yeah, they don't need 50 mil because they could spend that on a Matheus Nunes like they did.
Yeah, exactly. And also, the thing with like Wolves being a good example, because of the way they buy players, they would rather finish 2 or 3 players higher up in the league with those players than, like you said, sell them for a bit of profit because they've got money. You know, they're fine for money.
All Premier League teams have enough money, most of them anyway.
Yeah, exactly. And if they don't, it's either because they've got a tiny stadium or because they're not being run properly. But mostly, they're doing all right. Did you see the other day Bournemouth had a 9,000 attendance?
Yeah, I've seen that.
You joking?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But their
That
ground
must be the
only
lowest attendance in like a Premier League.
What's the
game in
maximum
a long
attendance of
time.
Bournemouth away?
It's only
It's very small.
11,364. They know that.
Capacity. I thought it was 20.
The Vitality Stadium, according to Wikipedia, aka Dean
Wow.
Court, capacity is 11,379, which is insane, isn't it? If we look at it, a picture of it, it's like it's just one tier all the way around with gaps in the corners. It's a
I
small
think
stadium, isn't it?
Bournemouth didn't catch up with their success though. Didn't they have like back-to-back promotions, or did they just fly up the leagues in 5 years?
Yeah, they were flying up like all the way to Championship. Then they had a couple seasons in the Championship. Then they come to the Premier
But it
League.
takes years
But
to
they had
rebuild a
successive
stadium, doesn't it?
promotions. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah, which is fair enough, isn't it? 9,000 as an attendance in the Premier League is mad,
So what?
though, isn't it?
Brentford look like they got a good stadium. I think it might be new actually. Or
Yeah,
they
it
might
is.
have changed it.
No, Brentford's is new.
They look
isn't
like
it?
they've got like a. It like matches the club,
Yeah. Oh no, excuse me, it's not new.
is it not?
Uh,
It's a good stadium.
I'll have a look.
What we'll say is though, we were crying out.
No,
for
it is new. Yeah, look, it's new.
No,
as
what we're
fuck.
saying is we was crying out for that for the change in the second half in terms of bringing 2 wingers because Bruno didn't have his best performance on the right in the first half. We get to see Garnacho in the second half. I think there's enough quality that if Bournemouth do feel like they need to be a little bit more adventurous going forward, we've got enough pace in the wide areas to capitalise behind their wing backs.
You,
100%. Yeah, I think. Yeah, again, like this, any sort of space that they're leaving behind their defence, like Garnacho, Rashford, and Martial could cause them problems. And again, Ronaldo mentioned earlier with Bruno, like he wasn't having a good game wide. So I think again, Bruno coming to the centre hopefully opens up his game a bit more. And again, Bournemouth, if they want anything out of the game, they're going to have to go for it anyway. So yeah, we know how that goes when you got the likes of Rashford.
Martial getting in Bruno's way, according to Liam Pickering. Do you think Martial has had a good game, or is it a bit more sluggish from him?
Just a nothing game really. Like I don't think I've got an opinion of Martial that half. Like I think a couple of times he got the ball, he was tidy and stuff, but again, it's a bit of an issue for me because like I look at the comments as well there, and it's just, you know, people mentioning Alanga. Like again, he's like your only other option. Like when you look at once Garnacho's on, with Anthony and Sancho being out. So yeah, Man United, I think that half have got to try and get a goal or two.
No, I think he's been far too quiet. If you're looking at a player playing 45 minutes of football and you don't have an opinion on him, it means that they've not done enough.
Yeah.
I think he's come too deep to receive the ball, just pass backwards. Whenever he's drove forward, he's had it nicked off him. He's not really provided much of a focal point or a box presence. I think it's kind of falling on from the Wolves game where he's not shown enough, and I'm not sure his performance today is going to loosen the pressure at all on United having to fork out some sort of money or deal or loan deal for a forward, because you look on the bench and we don't have an attacking option. It's actually scary. Like, I think we're aware of the issue, but it's actually worse than we think, because if Martial does pick up a knock or his form does become terrible, who do we play? Who's going to start up front? Marcus Rashford, who you can affect his form because he's been better on the left. Is Alanga going to play up front? I know he played striker quite a bit when he was coming up through the under-23s.
I think Alanga just offers you like something off the ball up front. So he'll press the defence, he'll probably cause a bit of chaos in that, but he won't really like keep the ball sticking. I don't think he's enough of a proper number 9 presence either. But someone's Robert has just put in a super chat. So Bournemouth aren't allowed to expand their stadium by the council. It's to do with being on a coast there and dispute with the council. That's interesting. That makes sense.
That is an interesting one, but I don't think if it's their character and their style that they've got
11,000.
basically no.
So dead.
10,000 means the fans might be quite personal and close though.
True.
Brighton currently 3-0 up against Everton.
Bloody hell.
Thoughts?
Brighton are scary, man.
Don't care.
Brighton are very good.
Yeah, I feel like you don't
have
really
to look
I feel-
over our
I
shoulder at
actually
Brighton.
care.
I feel like you don't really
Yeah, I
care. I
think
don't feel like you
Brighton
really
are
care
good.
about that.
Yeah, but Brighton are,
In a good way,
currently up
'cause-
to 8th.
In a good way, because they could take over like some of the teams behind us, like the Chelseas and Liverpools and that.
Yeah.
I like Brighton. I think even De Zerbi, like, perfect appointment to replace Potter.
Yeah.
Mm.
Interesting. Chelsea are shit, aren't they?
Horrible.
Why is that happening?
And they'll probably win against City somehow on
I couldn't
Thursday.
believe how good Forest were against. Like Forest was so bad at Old Trafford,
Yeah.
and I'm watching that game and I'm just thinking,
Is that how
how
good they
have you-
were? How bad Chelsea?
Both.
Yeah, it's just how bad Chelsea were, and I think it was how bad Chelsea were. They were awful. Like they didn't offer anything.
No.
Like,
look
they gave
they've
the
given
game
up
to
on the manager
Forest.
already to me. Honestly,
The coach of
if he
that
hadn't
stinks.
just joined, you'd be like, oh, these are the final days of a manager.
Yes.
But he's just started. We've got over 3,500 people watching and not even 1,000 likes. If you like the video, hit like. Come on, hit like. Just you're rewatching now. Click it. Just
this-
hit it. Get to
this is
1,000
why-
likes. 1,000 likes. So
This
close.
is why Abdul's got his hat back on
Why?
because he's not got to 1K likes.
Exactly. Did you read that from Robert McCarthy by any chance?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we
About
did.
Bournemouth
We were
not being allowed
just
to
discussing
expand.
that, yeah.
I like that. Imagine that.
You like the fact they're not allowed to expand?
They could one day win the Champions League with 8,000 people in attendance.
I remember
in the
they had a friendly against Real Madrid.
What's the allocation for away fans there?
Don't know.
500.
Yeah.
It's very small. Yeah,
It's like 60.
Yeah,
Daniel
it's
Kirk.
under the 1,000.
Like the rule, same rule in China, like one person. One person from your family allowed.
Yeah, because especially if you've got
4-0 Brighton.
4-0 now Brighton versus Everton. Yeah, especially in a derby when you've got the extra, like you've got the 2 layers of security between the away fans and the home fans. 2 layers of security either side, plus that attendance anyway. You're looking at about 190 people possible to get in there for, I don't even know who Bournemouth's rivals are. Portsmouth?
Brighton?
It's
Maybe
Portsmouth.
It's Brighton, I
and
think.
Southampton.
Or is Brighton's Brighton's
No, it's not Brighton.
rivals somehow Crystal Palace?
Crystal
I don't know how
Palace.
that makes any sense.
Don't know how.
Daniel Kirk.
Who is
says,
Bournemouth's
sorry
rivals?
to be that guy, I'll have a look.
Portsmouth and
But Alanga
Southampton, I
is
think.
nowhere near good enough. What do you guys think? Alanga, thoughts?
There's a reason why we're not blessed with loads of options at the moment in our wide areas, and we still want to loan him to Everton.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's probably not got the technical ceiling, to be honest, to go to a certain level to be at Manchester United. Like he's not shown enough technically on the ball. Like again, he's got a lot of energy. He seems like a good kid and that, but like I don't.
Such a diss. That.
when
What
you
was
start-
it? He's
Oh,
a
nah,
nice guy. We had
that's
that
a nice
the other
guy,
day.
but
You know, he's a
nice
nice
guys don't
guy,
win,
but he's
It's what girls say before they pie you.
Yeah. Feels like you've been there or something. Experience, Ronnie.
Actually, no.
wow.
Actually,
100% hit rate, Ronaldo Brown's
I
got.
don't know. I definitely don't. That's a lie.
You said it, not me.
Do you know what I mean? Hey, rejection builds character. Don't let it put you down, lads.
Lad.
Or women, whichever.
Interesting. Anna says, hoping for an Arsenal-Newcastle draw. For those who haven't watched our sort of opinions on that in the first half, what do you want from that game? Currently 0-0.
Arsenal loss. Or draw.
Yeah, Arsenal loss or draw will
Yeah.
do me, but I can feel it. Arsenal are going to win in the last minute, aren't they?
Yeah, they're gonna
Sorry,
get
Ethan.
Oh.
Just
Ethan, by the
thinks
way,
so.
who's a Newcastle fan, for anyone who doesn't know, our producer.
And it's
Is
just
a-
like
a
that final
staunch
dagger.
Newcastle
It's like that.
He's been a Newcastle fan since August 2022. Like a lot of them.
Yeah. He never mentioned it before, that did he?
Nah, he didn't.
Big into Sunderland.
He's even put an accent on.
I even met him outside St James's Park for the first ever time. He never mentioned to me that he was a Newcastle fan.
Yeah.
Just happened to be there.
I
last
swear he
season.
told me he was a Sunderland fan.
Yeah.
Him and his dad.
No way is
Hey.
his dad actually a
His dad's a
Sunderland fan.
Sunderland fan. He
I
done that
can't
just
chat.
to slap him in his little face, hasn't he?
Do you know who my dad
Fuck
supports?
you, Dad. Your dad,
Yeah.
Liverpool.
Yeah.
No. Did you give it the old fuck you, Dad, as well?
I had to. I was in Manchester, innit? But the thing is, when he was growing up, and obviously he wasn't growing up in the UK, but they used to just
Where
get
did he grow
tapes
up?
of Liverpool and Libya. They just get like loads of tapes, like match of the day tapes and that, and they were going off back then.
Mm.
So yeah, glory hunting and that.
United fandom runs in our family.
Yeah.
My mum, dad, United fans. My brother, United fan. My little sister is a Chelsea fan.
Why?
Ask her.
Have you never asked her?
No.
You've not? You never said, oh, that's weird. We're all United fans.
Nah,
but you're a
she's
Chelsea
a Chelsea fan because her father is. So it's one of them.
Is she into football? Is she big into
Nah,
football?
she actually does. She actually is.
Is she?
He's not just like, oh, she's a
Yeah, well,
Chelsea
some
fan.
people
She actually follows.
don't
Yeah,
watch football,
Nah, she
but
does watch.
Yeah.
She does follow. She does understand.
Did you ever think of no? I mean, not think
Second
of
half
supporting
kicked off,
another
by the way.
team. But do you ever think if you didn't support Man United, who you would have supported? Most likely, because I know what mine would have been, and it's not
Probably
nice.
it. People who from Worksop typically supported either a sort of a Premier League team, that's a foul, or either Sheffield Wednesday or Sheffield United, just because of the proximity.
Oh, it's the closest.
And of the two, I've always, for some reason, preferred
United.
Sheffield United.
Felt
So
like you
probably
preferred
them, but
Sheffield,
I'd not really.
Oh, like
into
you?
that.
I have no idea.
Surely Liverpool, because you played for them.
Because
Yeah, but that was when I was 11.
Yeah,
So I would have picked a team I supported before that.
probably, but not always.
It would have probably been because I'm Manchester. I would have had to pick the other side.
City. That's rough.
been
Isn't it?
horrible.
I don't
way
know.
worse
I-
than I said.
Mine would have been. Do you want to guess?
Liverpool, Arsenal.
Yeah. Because I just absolutely loved Henry. Like, I always supported United, but I just proper loved Henry. Like, I just adored Henry.
You were like 4 when he was playing.
No, but it's just like literally like, I would hammer clips of Henry, like just on YouTube all the time.
You've gone down in my estimations.
There's nothing wrong with that. What's wrong with liking Henry? There's nothing wrong with saying, you know what? I used to watch clips of Henry. Plus, I remember one time he turned up at Old Trafford, like, before he left. That was like one of my early memories, and he dunked on us.
Dunked on us.
He didn't dunk on us, but he scored a goal. That
He scored a goal on us. Was it a donkey type goal?
No,
Posterisation.
Did you see
But he
fucking
did beat us, that
thingy yesterday, by the way?
Hamlet.
Donovan Mitchell,
Oh yeah, 70 points.
71 points. What is that?
What's that? Is that darts?
That's happened 7 times.
It's not darts. It sounds like darts. Fucking NBA.
Oh, sorry. 71
You
points?
see it's happened so many times?
It's happened 7 times.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Someone
it's
got
not
over
happened many times
70
at all.
points?
Yeah, Donovan Mitchell got 71 points by himself yesterday. 4 days ago,
the
or 5
hell
days ago, Luka Doncic got
Doncic is
60 points by himself and 20 assists, or, 20 rebounds, 17 rebounds.
20 rebounds.
Yeah,
I think his Donovan Mitchell was
two
two rebounds away from a triple-double as well.
That
With
is
70 points. Would have been mad.
And it was a
70 points.
It was a close game as well. It wasn't just him stat padding for the sake of, let's get me a big game. It was all the points were to win.
Exactly. It was good. I thought he was going to talk about
Nice
that
football.
NFL guy.
Release now, release. Marcus is in.
Garnacho plays it across. Luke Shaw! Yes! Get it!
Yes!
What a goal that is!
Guess who's in my FPL? Let's go!
It's a good goal, that. Luke Shaw,
what a finish.
passing it in from 8 yards
There you
out
go.
like a fucking centre forward as well.
Best
That is a
left back in the
brilliant
world.
goal.
Garnacho
That's a great
assist.
goal. He started the whole thing.
That is a brilliant goal, all the way from
That
the
is
left back,
incredible.
all the way up the pitch. Look at this here. Who's
That's
that?
actually
Lindelof
unreal.
to Shaw, Shaw to
This is a-
Rashford.
this is actually a
1-2,
brilliant goal.
great touch
Great
from Shaw,
move.
just caressing the ball into his path.
That is unbelievable.
Across to Bruno.
Lovely.
Bruno to Garnacho, keeps his width that we talked about in the first half.
You know
Ball
what?
across,
Great ball
penalty
from
spot. Luke
Garnacho.
Shaw.
What a
Yeah.
finish. from
First
Shaw.
time, that's a
Do you
brilliant
know what's
goal.
funny though? I've just put Luke Shaw in my fantasy as well.
Yeah, I put him
Hey.
in. And the return of the Premier League.
Turn of the finger.
Let's
That's a
go.
brilliant goal.
As soon as we come back from the World Cup, I put him right in my team. What a guy. What a man. What a finish.
What a finish.
Really good
Jesus.
finish.
You don't need a number 9.
Okay, now.
Let Luke Shaw run all the way
Luke
up.
Shaw,
that is the
See it
mo-
on the screen there, new position. It's talking about being a centre back. He's a centre
That is the
forward
most
now as
passion
well.
I've ever seen from him.
I know.
He probably only ever gets so excited when he's.
Go on.
Nah, that's insulting. I was going to say drive-through.
Oh dear.
How do you
I thought you were going to say
put in some absolute worldies at centre back and then go and do that?
just fucking.
He's nuts in it.
It's just Maldini.
Oh,
isn't
United are
it?
going
Ooh.
off now. This is it.
Fucking Martial.
That was a bad set.
Our fullbacks are going like all the way into that
know.
box, isn't it?
Look at that. That was such a good goal, that. Shawberto. He's been back on it this
It's
season.
not
hasn't he?
when he was playing centre half. What did we say? It was Shaldini.
That's nice, that.
Yeah, no.
Really good stuff.
Yeah.
Shordini. Like, as in Troy Deeney.
Shodeshi. What?
Shaw Sharano.
Shanavaro.
What is that pass, by the way? There is no need for that to come off the ground from Maguire. Did you guys just see that?
Dave Prittstick.
Dave Pritt's going to win that.
No, mate. I did it on my account.
Unbelievable.
Okay, now.
So Dave Pritt used Ethan's BetMate account and currently is about to win 150
Rashford on the
quid
right,
as it
running out
stands.
the defence. Go on, Marcus.
Woo!
Smokey.
Pass it.
Do something.
Bro,
You could have crossed it earlier, though.
He could have,
he
but he had it
smoked the
all.
fullback
fouling.
there.
He had the eyes though, didn't he?
Oh my days, he smoked that fullback.
He had the eyes. When you get in that position,
Why is he allowed to retake that? Why is he allowed to retake the free kick? He's took a quick free kick and hit at his own player, and the ref's gone, oh, sorry, you can take it again.
should just be play on, shouldn't it? I think the ref's
Look.
fucked up there.
Look, he's gone. Okay, look. And then he stopped it.
That should be a handball. That you can't.
No, he said, now you can take the free kick again.
Yeah, I know, but that should be handball. Their player just picks it up for no reason, unless it's already.
No,
it's
he
blown the whistle.
basically said, you've hit your own player with the quick free kick, so we're going to let you take it again.
Yeah, I don't understand why I would do that.
Very interesting.
It's like wanting advantage to be played or get a free kick back when you've had a shot just because it didn't go in.
Yeah, basically.
Go on, win that. Nah. Bournemouth, just with a little bit of possession here. Two 0 feels so much better than 1-0, doesn't it?
Yeah. They say it's still a dangerous scoreline, don't they?
Yeah. Well, every scoreline is dangerous, but
No, not really. I don't think 5-0 is that dangerous.
no. Great tackle on Bissaka.
Get there.
Well done there. He's played well today again, Wan-Bissaka. Oh, little skinner there from
Where are
Rashford.
you going? Good.
That's shite though. Little dummy there, wasn't it?
Yeah, good little bodies.
I don't know that this Bournemouth kit looks like they've got a bib on. Like the over the top purple is like little straps over the shoulders.
Like a
they've got.
gilet.
Yeah, or like
Yeah.
Anthony Davis's like t-shirt with the basketball shirt over the top of it type look. That's right.
That was so specific.
Well, yeah, but it has to be specific, otherwise you wouldn't know what I'm on about. There's a cable that you're on there.
Yeah, that's
push
what
it
I
back a
feel.
bit.
What? This?
Yeah, there you go.
Is that fine?
Just on a big
I heard a bit of a
From the
scream
cables.
and I didn't fill up my water all the way up because I thought we scored.
No, Rashford just did a nice little dummy. Got past someone. Sure, Ericsson. United just passing it around a bit now. It's a lovely goal. That 2 lovely goals today. Very different goals. That's a
Nice
great pass
ball
from
from
Martial.
Martial.
That's the best thing he's done all game. That was really good. Lovely clip from
Oh my-
Martial.
Oh my days.
Got a bag that.
He's got that on.
How the fuck have you not scored that?
What a ball.
He's got that on lock, you know, that pass. Casemiro, with that 1.5 space where he
Yeah.
whips it first
Nah,
time.
Casemiro's unreal. He's doing De Bruyne shit now. Like,
Is that? Does he get? Does someone get a deflection
I
on
have
that
no
first?
idea
'Cause
how
if he
Martial's
doesn't,
missed that.
oh, he's
no,
got.
you just
my
got.
days.
That's
That's got it in the
unforgivable.
back of the
That
net, that.
that is.
What a ball!
That's
What a
really poor from
ball.
Martial. If you want to be a number 9, that's got to go in 99
He's just
times out
embarrassed
of
him.
100.
What
yeah.
is he? He's just-
That's an unbelievable pass from Casemiro. But if you're 2 yards out or 3 yards out, whatever he is there, you've got to score that. You've got to score that.
Is Casemiro putting it on another man of the match performance?
Probably. It's getting that way, isn't it?
Gotta bury that.
Definitely.
Was Luke Shaw's last goal at Old Trafford? Wait, has he scored one at Old Trafford recently? I'm thinking his last one that I can remember, was it Leicester under Jose? Or has he scored recently?
I don't know.
Old Trafford, anyways. I just can't seem to remember him scoring.
It's still 0-0 Arsenal.
Yeah.
Yeah, jinx it.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. I don't know what he's hurt there, Martial, other than his
Pride.
his reputation. Yeah. Well, if they go, what's the matter? What's hurt? He's just gone. Everything hurts. My brain hurts. I feel sad.
He actually started
I
that
don't know
move
what he
off
could
as
have
well
put there.
really well. He put it out
It's a
wide,
great pass, wasn't it?
and then
That's
Casemiro.
got to go in though, hasn't it? That
has
he's inside the 6-yard box, heading it. I know you've got men round you, but they're not touching the ball. He gets the header he wants to on it. He just gets it wrong. It's really poor, actually.
I want Martinez to come on.
Why? Just because you like him?
I just like him.
Think he's allowed to wear the medal?
Yeah, I was gonna say, can he wear the medal on the pitch?
That sums up Bruno's day.
What are you doing? Like, what's going through your mind there? Like that, you think that's okay to do?
Did I tell you?
What?
So once or twice a game, Bruno does something where you're just like, and you just got a proper think what was he actually trying to do.
Well, that there, I think he thought Rashford was going to go down the line, didn't he? I get what he was trying
Is
to
that
do.
even if you do, like, I swear that's just overpowered.
That's a good
What
save
a
to Gea.
You know.
Oof. Who's this?
Oh. Good
Wasn't
feet.
he like playing for Celtic or something? That guy.
Fucking hell.
Maguire's got beat in the air twice in a row.
It's a good header, that first one.
This is the only way Bournemouth are going to get anything in the game. Good save to Gea.
Yeah.
Good parry.
Straight at
Could-
him, really,
could've
wasn't
caught
it?
that,
Fortunately, because he had good power
Yeah,
on
but you
that.
don't wanna, you didn't want to try and catch it when it's wet.
Yeah. Do you think Arsenal, sort of deep down, will be happy with a draw?
It won't be a bad result.
Yeah, I don't think it's not the worst. It's actually not the worst result.
No,
for us.
if you draw with third in the league,
Yeah.
a team that has only lost once all season, I think both of them are relative.
And I think they've shown.
Hold it, Martial.
They've shown.
Oh
my
shit, Bournemouth are in
days.
here. And it's a great save from
That
David
was
De Gea
Martial's
again.
fault.
Yeah, it was.
We need to be doing better than this, man.
Woo!
Luke Shaw's the best left back in the world. He is.
Chill out, man.
Who's better? Tell me. Who's better right now?
Alphonso Davies.
No, he isn't.
Ben Chilwell.
You can't fool me. I'm familiar with Bayern Munich's game.
Good save from De
Alphonso
Gea.
Davies didn't
But that
play
was,
half
like
the
you said,
time.
Martial.
João Cancelo.
Everyone's out of position
Yeah.
because Martial gives the
So-
ball away stupidly. He's been poor again today, really, Martial. He takes so
We
long as
really
well,
need
doesn't
a
he?
centre forward.
Comfortable.
Just to push him as well, man.
Yeah.
Like, even if you get the best version of Martial through signing someone else, it's like a positive, innit?
Yeah.
It's ridiculous to think,
Wowzers.
like, what are we... You could just tell the stinkers in this
This
team
is the
that
problem
don't
with
start,
with this
innit?
back four. Lindelof and Maguire especially. When it starts to get a bit stressful and a bit
so
nervy,
error prone, innit?
they not collapse, but they don't help pull you out of that.
Yeah. There's just constant
They
errors.
they get bogged down by that nerves.
Yeah,
as well.
I would make a sub.
Yeah,
I
me
would
too.
genuinely make a
Yeah,
centre
me
back
too.
sub. Like, why not? I think
Yeah.
Martinez is needed now, actually.
Yeah.
Like, there's no messing about defending, in it.
Yeah. To be honest, I won't be far off taking Martial off either, because he's doing effectively nothing. I put Rashford up front,
And Lango.
maybe bring Alanga on, help shore up that right hand side, and also Martial's just.
He
a
might even
passenger.
push Bruno wide and put Fred on in midfield as he's
Yeah.
done.
Maybe, yeah.
Nah, because don't know, man. Think right now the way we're gonna get him is pace out wide.
How many subs have you got left?
4, 3. It's just Garnacho that's come on, isn't it?
First. Yeah, there's a lot you could do, to be fair.
I'm craving a little 4-0 at least though.
Would be nice.
Comfort goal difference because our goals scored hasn't been great.
No. It's a great.
Oh,
You meant to
Martial.
you meant to put Martial with that.
Yeah.
that's...
Get your body in, bro.
Don't foul him. Just don't.
Well done.
There you go.
That's our ball.
Should have got his body in Garnacho.
Yeah. They're making subs, Bournemouth. Can't see who that is coming on.
Like you'd know them, Joe. I don't know half this Bournemouth.
No, I don't, but I
I
might
think
do.
they're the team that I honestly just don't know anything about, like,
No.
as a squad.
Where's Josh King at?
Oh my days, I forgot about him. Yeah, where did he go? Did he go at Watford? Was it Watford?
Just thought it was a Bournemouth legend.
Fenerbahce.
Oh my,
No one
that's
saw that. No one saw that answer coming, did they?
You know, is when
He went from Bournemouth to Everton. Between the years of 2021 and
He
2022,
went
he
Blackburn.
played for Bournemouth, Everton, Watford, and Fenerbahce. He's got 3 goals in 5 for them this
Did
season.
he ever? Where was he at after United? Was it Blackburn Rovers?
Yeah, that's who he signed for.
Fenerbahce is like, do you know when you ask like, oh, where's that player gone? It's like
It's Fenerbahce.
Yeah, you just like, where's Enner Valencia these days when he's going crazy in the World Cup? Yeah, Fenerbahce.
Come on, Bissaka. It's a bit busy on this side, isn't it? Ah.
You know.
Who's this coming on?
Who knows?
Jack Stacey,
Oh,
did
is
you
that,
say?
is that Adam? Not fucking James. What's his name?
Is that
Oh, I
first?
thought he was the. Sorry, I thought he was that striker that was in the Premier League back in the day. What's
Yeah,
his name?
Stacey. Who's come on?
Not him.
Kevin Stacey.
I don't know who Kevin Stacey is.
It's a 2 first name.
I think it's Jack Stacey anyway. Kevin Stacey.
Do you actually know his name? I have never seen that guy play.
Interesting. 1-0 Smith.
Are you flexing your Bournemouth squad
I'll
knowledge
flex
on
my
me?
Bournemouth if I have to. Flexing that South Coast knowledge.
I see you.
Nice. I knew you had something in the pipeline there. I couldn't work out exactly what it was.
No, ship sailed.
Yeah. You were trolling in something in those nets, weren't you? But it wasn't a great joke.
Didn't appear to be. Well, I killed it there.
You did actually, yeah.
The puns are endless.
Wan-Bissaka's playing like right wing at the minute. That's a good tackle from Maguire then. Come on.
I'd like to see Delo come on.
As if Wan-Bissaka's gone for a switch. I like that.
He does it.
Yeah.
It's very much in his locker.
Not surprised he didn't get there though.
Yes. I'm just glad he tried. That's all you can ask for these days. Oh, that's a foul, that. That's a foul.
I feel like if he didn't fall, he'd get in on the other end of that as well. Newcastle going to score or what?
Not at the moment. 0-0 still in that game. Hold on. Yeah, Newcastle 0, Arsenal 0, Newcastle 0, Everton 0, Brighton 4, and Leicester 0, Fulham 1. Are the other?
Should only be what? There's only like 10 minutes.
scores.
Is it 10 minutes left in the
Yeah, 10 or 11 minutes left in those other games. All the other games at 2:45, by the way. It's just United that's at 8 o'clock. So they're all finishing in about 10, 12 minutes. Corner to Bournemouth.
Please keep a clean sheet.
Should call them Cornmouth.
Come on, come
That's
on.
the worst one today.
What?
That's the worst one today, Joe.
Cornmouth.
Yeah, what does that mean?
Like a corner. Muth. The rain's really coming down at Old Trafford.
God, we need to renew the ground, man. This looks horrible.
Can't stop it raining just with a new ground.
No,
If it's
I'm
actually-
talking about the rain. It's when they just.
If it's actually this way, I'm going to have an issue getting to my car. It's 15 minutes away. I don't have a rain jacket.
At least you did. Did you pay for parking?
Huh?
Did you pay for parking? Because I
Have a
did.
rain jacket with
Because I
my
did,
question.
and I still got to walk 10 minutes. I should have just parked it like in that far spot. Me.
I might have to get an Uber to it.
That's a good idea.
It's
Get an
not
Uber
a bad
to the
shout.
car and then drive the car.
Yeah.
Where do you live, roughly? Obviously, don't give the address.
Fallow,
Fallowfield.
yeah.
I
Ish.
hope Thingy's not watching. What's her name? The one that was like beefing Andrew Tate.
Greta Thunberg.
Yeah.
Why? Oh, emissions and that.
No, that, yeah.
Alanga and Delo coming on.
Yeah. Can't.
That's a bit of me, that Diogo Dalot. Bit of me.
Who do you reckon Alanga's coming on for?
Anthony Martial.
Martial.
Do you think he'll rest Rashford?
Oh, Rashford. No,
Maybe.
but then Rashford didn't start last game, did he? And he'll want a goal, won't he?
Yeah.
He'll be hungry for a goal.
I hope it's Martial and then Rashford goes up top.
Yeah, that's what
I
I'm
think that's
expecting.
what'll happen.
I think Martial's not had a great game, has he? And he's doing a lot of this now. Sort of.
That hunch jog of like,
Yeah.
I can't be arsed.
Like, you can't tell me I'm not jogging, but at the same time, everyone knows that he's not really jogging or not really running.
It's like everyone's just like, you can't fool me. I'm familiar with the game. Bro, we've seen it.
Oh,
Oh,
Casemiro's just like, just the best. Like, he might be the best in the world.
yeah.
Like, everything.
him or
He's in
Rodri.
that position now, though.
Yeah.
It's a good pass, that.
Andrew can hold that. Oh, no. Please
No
don't concede.
chance.
I can't lie, we should probably have conceded a goal. Like, the amount of chances we're giving these lot wide,
There's
they
some
just
good
stink.
saves there by Dale.
Yeah.
Yeah. We just keep giving them allowing them to have that final ball there. Like, that's too much space.
Yeah.
And then the ball's always coming in. Like, if they had better delivery and better plays in the box.
Would he take one of the centre halves off and put Luke Shaw there?
I reckon he slaps Martinez and maybe even Varane as well on, you know. It wouldn't surprise me. They're both warming up.
How high does Delo's feet when I go?
Decent, though, isn't it?
It's Fred and Delo. Oh, was Alanga like up there as well?
Fred and Delo coming on at the minute for Ericsson and I'm going to guess Wan-Bissaka.
What if he does like the thing that I was saying and he goes, you know what? I'm going to chuck Diogo Dalot at right wing because Abdul said so. Oh, well, Alanga's coming on, so that's off the book. That's not happening.
Oh, he's not heard you. He's not got your
He's not
text.
heard me. To be fair, if Thingy was coming off, what's his name? If Alanga wasn't coming on, he would have gone with that, in my opinion.
Mm.
He would have heard my calls. Is it just me, or does Dalot always look ill?
Yeah, he's got a...
He's got, like, a pale look.
Yeah.
Like, he probably doesn't have enough fruit or something.
Quite the accusation there.
A professional footballer. No, he definitely does, though. He's proper, like, fucking athletic, innit?
Yeah. Elanga, Fred and Dallo all on for Wan-Bissaka, Ericsson and Martial. Kind of what we predicted a little bit, innit? Especially the Martial thing.
Yeah.
I guess that's Rashford going up front.
Yes, sir.
Dallo's first involvement is to just throw the ball straight to a Bournemouth player. That was good from Maguire. Okay, everyone just taking it in turns trying to fucking foul him.
Eventually they do. What minute are we saying for Arsenal Newcastle?
82, still 0-0. Arsenal going to get a last minute, aren't they?
Yeah, it stinks of it.
Yeah.
Richard Arnold.
He's got like
Do
a
you see
high
that?
collared shirt with a scarf around it.
Do you see that supposed picture of Avram Grant in Qatar?
Avram Grant.
Lazy, mean.
Dude, that's the second time I've done that this week.
Yeah.
I kept telling my mate yesterday, he's like, did you know the picture of Avram Grant in Qatar? It's like, Avram Grant? It's like, yeah,
Former
Avram
Chelsea
Grant. It's
interim
like,
manager that got him to a Champions League final. Yes,
Avram
that's
Glaze.
Avram Grant.
No, Avram Glazer, sorry.
Yeah.
That was apparently 30th December. Like, what's he going to be doing there other than selling the club?
Well, yeah, that's obviously the
So I
attempt,
love
isn't it?
that. I hope that's the case.
He's
Lovely.
possible.
Yes, Bruno.
Come on,
great
go on
touch.
now, play.
Not
play.
great.
Who's the
run-
option,
not
though? Who's the
great-
option?
Yeah, not great. I was gonna say there weren't great runs happening.
No, they
Yeah,
weren't.
someone had to go wide, right?
There's
I
no,
think Rashford
like, if
Rashford
you
should have
made
gone
the
that
right
way.
passes in.
instantly. Rashford's trying to run central.
Rashford
and the
went wide,
defenders
but he went wide a
alongside
bit
him.
late.
They all made their runs pretty straight through, didn't they?
Yeah, movement there should have been better.
Yeah.
That's where you need the number 9.
He's got a lot of time on the ball there, hasn't he? Fucking hell, Fred.
Fred's just
Finally, well
had
done.
enough.
Just
not
he,
having it
he
no
had
more.
the ball for like 10 seconds in the middle of the pitch.
Federico's not
I
having
think
it.
Alanga's gone up front, by the way.
Dallo. Rashford's just twatted one. Ooh.
Sometimes you just got to do that, innit?
Yeah.
Ever pop.
Because hopefully next
Whoever
time...
just wanted to do that.
Yeah.
Just twat one.
Hopefully next time he'll close him down a bit more quickly, and that'll leave space for Dalot on the right hand side. He just sat off him for ages there, didn't he? Well done, Fred.
Oh,
I love Fred as a sort of utility sub.
yeah.
You
I
bring him
actually
on
think
after
he does
like
well off
70
the bench,
minutes,
you know.
and yeah.
He always leaves like a
Go on,
mark.
Luke. Well done, Luke.
Good player, Billing.
He is.
I've thought that since his Huddersfield days.
Played
It's a
the
good
lot.
pass that from Dalot. Fucking hell.
We're really catching these on the break, innit?
Mm.
Just need to try.
To be fair, they got numbers.
Just need to be doing better with it on the break.
Hmm.
Oh, Bruno, no one's we're
Trying to
familiar with
buy
the
it
game,
there.
Bruno.
Oh shit, that from Alanga though.
Yeah, the runs
Didn't do
there.
anything.
He needed
did he?
he needed like
He
a
just
run or
stayed
moving. It
still.
just stood there.
Drag the defender away or something, innit?
Yeah,
Yeah. Either go to him for the pass or run away.
that's one
and
thing
try
I've
and
noticed
give
about
him some
Alanga
space.
over than like he's like he's not a very intelligent footballer.
No.
He's very like reactive.
Well in,
Well, like
Maguire.
this
time,
You
yeah.
know what?
Well, in Maguire,
Best centre back.
the pass was a bit like a bit of a hospital pass though.
It was, wasn't it?
You know,
Call on me video, that wasn't it?
No,
Eric Prids in
nah,
the
it's
house.
more getting
Fucking
ready
hell.
for the 100 meters.
Yeah, that's true. He does, doesn't he? He looks like John Flanagan's slightly less ugly brother.
Cousin.
Yeah. Are you related? Yeah, we are, yeah.
Talk about backhanded compliment. Slightly less ugly. Never heard that compliment before. Fucking hell.
Is that because you're usually more ugly than whoever they're talking about originally?
Yeah, I'm usually more ugly than the pengest person in the world.
Nice. Me, that is.
Mm.
Go on then, Alanga.
Fucking
No,
hell.
he jumped out, he's kept the ball. Cut back.
Should have gone inside. Sorry, but
The Langer's still on the floor. Probably is.
No, he's back up there. Go on.
yes. I love that from Shaw, man. Like
Yeah.
when he just steps in.
Good pass.
Top
Well done, Harry.
wide as well, man.
Game
Go
was a
on
bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's in a little. It's just in a holding pattern at the minute, isn't it? No one's really doing anything.
Yeah, I haven't really controlled the game.
No.
I'm gonna load. Let's see what this Arsenal game's saying.
I don't know.
Nil.
If anything happens, you'd know about it.
It's saying 0-0.
No, it's in like. Oh, look at this.
Big save from Nick Pope to deny Nketiah. Pope on the ropes.
Trippier has an
As they might say.
8.3
Pope
for
prayer
score
answered.
rating. Huh?
Nice.
That sounds like bonus points
yeah.
on FPL for me.
Can Pope make the save?
Oh.
Vatty can.
Oh.
Good
You know
night,
what?
everyone. No one's beating that.
I think he can go home now after that.
Cheers.
Ooh. Fucking hell, sliding.
Brilliant.
Ethan, Ethan exploded with laughter at that. He
That
loved
was
it.
great to that.
Is that a book? I thought he was going to. I thought he was going over to the camera to do the.
You've
little-
not nicked that from anywhere, have you, Joe?
No. No, no, of course not. NickPopeJokes.com. I've nicked it from that. Whoa.
What was it that day? Did they think the Pope died or something? They all just
No,
like-
one of the old popes died.
Oh, I thought they already replaced the Pope when he dies.
No, you can step down.
Wait, so how long's left of Arsenal Newcastle?
5 minutes added time.
What does the Pope do, by the way? 'Cause
Great
I ain't got a
question.
Is he
clue,
not just
I
like
swear.
a super priest?
Super priest.
Oh,
Yeah, that was the sort of original working title for Pope. So it was Pope, or as it was, known in the streets, Super Priest. Yeah. Like Superman or Super Ted. I think he's considered to be the closest messenger of God, isn't he? He's the closest thing there is to a. He's a sort of He's the only one that's got God's actual like mobile number, like his home number. Do you know what I mean? Everyone else is just ringing the switchboard, I think.
That's mad though, and he could just say, "I'm stepping down," and then I'm giving this guy the thing. It's a bit mad.
It's the leader of the Catholic Church as well, isn't it? Let's have a look. Pope, also known as Supreme Pontiff, is the head of the worldwide Catholic Church. Yeah. There you go. Go on, Rashford. Edge of the box. There you go. Dallo. Back to Bruno.
No man, come on.
That's what I mean. Like, what was he trying to do?
Just sort of give it a little clippy.
A clip where the keeper's on his line.
Yeah. Don't that goal he scored against Everton in that game that we drew?
Like, if you're Bruno, what's your thought process there?
I can't lie, he's been bad today. He's been bad.
I think he's done a lot of good things, but he's done a lot of shit things.
I don't remember. I like Bruno, and I don't remember anything he's done good today.
That's
just pissed me off.
So fair. Whoa.
Why are we so open at the back? What are we doing?
Don't know.
I miss Martinez.
We're playing a little bit like we have no respect for Bournemouth.
We
it's
are.
Like
actually.
a cup game, do you know, when everything's
like.
Just open.
We're playing like we think we've won this game
already. Yeah.
I don't
and if
like
I was
that.
Ten Hag, and I'm sure Ten Hag will,
fuming.
He'll be giving him a bit of a what the fuck was that last 20 minutes?
Okay.
Or maybe he said to him, take a couple of risks.
Look at these
Marcus, run, man.
Fred.
What an effort.
The runs there were shit, weren't they?
I don't know
no
why
runs
Marcus
whatsoever.
Is just on his
Everyone's just
fullback.
running 3 players straight forward, back to back.
Why
side
did
to
Marcus
side.
just stop running? Like, you need to go out on the outside of the fullback, man.
The lucky there.
If he wants to be bagging more goals, yeah, he's got to start doing that.
90 plus
That should
2,
piss
it's
me
still
off. Great effort
0-0.
from Garnacho, though.
Yeah, it was.
Well, disappointed actually there in that attack from the runs.
Yeah.
Like,
They all
especially
just ran
Marcus
in a straight line,
Rashford,
didn't
because
they?
I want him to level up his goal scoring and just keep going with this run of form, but he's just running with alongside the defender again. Just peel off him.
I wonder if he said that, try and get a few more goals here. And maybe that's why we look sloppy. 4-1 Brighton
I
now.
thought that was an Arsenal update. My heart dropped.
Comebacks on.
Yeah, 91st minute they got.
I think at this stage, if something happens, we'll hear like a little squeal or
we'll
something
hear
from
a
Ethan.
noise or one way or the other from
Yeah.
Ethan, won't we?
Oh, Rashi, come on.
That's good
man.
defensive positioning as well. Over
Yeah.
the right back. Gavin and Stacey.
Love that though.
I don't know his first name, so I just thought.
I think it's Jack Stacey. It's a good pass. And here's another one.
Casemiro's just unreal, isn't it?
Yeah.
So good.
No, that's not on either, is it? If we're honest with ourselves, that's not on that one.
We need a striker.
Yeah.
I watched too many guys just shit on it up front, man. Like, we need the proper
Like
forward.
we don't have anyone up front who knows when to hold and when to actually do
Yeah.
like a first.
You've got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them.
Starving for a 9. Starving.
Go on.
Game's been so stretched past 5 minutes,
Yeah.
but like,
No, I don't have
but then
to-
both teams have had like, not enough
Oh.
quality to make the most.
I mean,
That's good.
okay.
That's quality.
That is what it's all about. Bruno. That's what we want. That's just a corner, isn't it? That's just a corner, like, oh, come on, man. He's proper bought that.
I think both teams playing out this game needs to win, to be honest.
Got to be close to
Bro,
full time
why
on
are
that
you
Newcastle
refreshing?
game.
They behind the desk.
I'm
they-
nervous.
What are you
I
doing?
don't
Behind the
understand.
desk, they know the scores.
They're at the
No,
game.
I'm ahead. I'm ahead.
How are you ahead?
I'm ahead because like the sofa. I've subscribed to Sofa Score Extra, and it's like
Even as it's behind
His happens before it happens on the pitch.
yeah.
He's
It's
a Newcastle,
like-
he's a Newcastle fan with notifications on when something happens.
the thing is, these guys are like the script writers,
So.
so like they know what's happening in the game, innit?
But I'm just saying that you're not gonna know what's happening before Ethan does, and he'll just
Nah, I
say,
will. Ethan, what are you using? What app?
I use Flash Score.
Yeah, they're just as quick, to be fair.
Yeah. So, and also him being on that doesn't look bad.
Oh, could be an Arsenal penalty.
Could be. an
"Oh
Arsenal
my,
VAR for a potential handball.
no way,
Maybe.
that's how lucky they've been."
Let's see.
Fuck that.
Oh, I will.
It's just they've won the league, haven't they? That's just ruined my night, ruined my holiday.
Do it know yet?
Yeah, but usually VAR, like,
VAR,
it's more
Especially-
likely a pen than not.
Especially with it
It's
being
a great
Arsenal.
pass from Fred. Bruno.
In stoppage time.
That's lovely, that. You got to score.
Oh.
Rashford's got to score there.
Got to bag that, Marcus. Come on, man. I shouldn't have captained
Brilliant.
him.
See, that was great
Whenever I
from Bruno
captain
there.
him on FPL, he plays rubbish.
We've got to give Bruno some like,
That was brilliant from Bruno.
credit for that.
Yeah, that was actually great.
Bruno
Bruno,
to play his skin in him.
he timed that really
This
well.
game's been so open.
It's been a fun
Both
game.
teams of not wanting to score, though.
Come on, the ball.
What are we saying, Ethan?
Full time.
Full time.
Yes!
0-0. Newcastle 0, Arsenal 0, full time.
Sui.
That's the perfect result for United. Obviously, the
How
draw being the only
lovely.
result where the two teams above us can both drop 2 points.
We're gonna win the bloody league.
You know what I mean?
We're winning the league though, aren't we?
You happy with that, Ethan?
For sure.
Very happy with that. Going away to the top of the league. You happy with that, I suppose? Oh, I'm happy with that. Newcastle 0, Arsenal 0, full time there.
Good result for
At the
Manchester
Emirates.
United.
There it
Lovely
is.
night. More results going our way.
Yeah. Yeah, and as long as United keep winning, which I will profusely vomit if we don't. It's a good few weeks for United, isn't it?
Respectfully,
Post World Cup.
respectfully,
Well
Bournemouth.
done, Marcus.
Respectfully,
Now,
Bournemouth
putting
are
it down.
Dallo. Pardon?
Bournemouth are bad, if I'm being honest.
And ball.
Handball.
That's accidental, though.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
come
but-
on.
Summit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Give it anyway, don't we?
hole. What? Is that
Yeah,
what-
but
hole.
okay, yeah, but the ball's bounced off the ground into his hand, so he's had time to react and move out of the way. His hand is outstretched. from his
Technically,
body.
you always have time to react.
No, that's not true.
Yeah, our back four.
If you have
stinks without Martinez and
0.0001
Brown.
seconds
What's
to
that?
react, you still had that amount of time to react.
He didn't have enough time to get his hand out of the way, whereas in that instance he did.
Isn't that subjective, though? Some
No,
people-
there's a mathematical equation on how fast it takes your neurons to tell your hand to do something, to then send that impulse back down the nerve, back up the nerve, move the hand, get it out of the way.
of which you have no idea.
Some
Correct.
serious waffle going on
Absolutely
there,
correct.
innit?
It's not waffle, it's
It's absolute waffle, lad.
that's
Handball, that
That's
handball.
handball for me.
It's handball. So handball, that.
You can play basketball now.
Literally just dribbling the ball into the ground.
I swear they all look the same. Have you clocked that?
Who?
Half the Bournemouth players look the same.
Well,
They all look like this
I'm
guy.
not repeating that.
Just sort of you kind of your classic whites.
Oh,
That's
come on,
basically
man.
what
I
you're
mean,
saying.
it's all
Yeah.
the same.
I mean, that is what
cuts.
you're saying.
It's the same like beard, same cut, same everything. Come on.
Yeah,
Man.
they have got a lot of that. Yeah,
Did you
short
notice
back and
that?
sides, bit of a beard.
Might be a South Coast thing.
Yeah, I wonder how many of these players are from Bournemouth. Probably got to be a couple. You'd have thought. Academy.
I don't
players.
think a Premier League player's ever come out of there. That city. Probably all shit.
David Brooks. Is that his name?
No, he's from Wales though, isn't he? He come from that city.
How dare you say that about Rory Littlejohn?
Rory Littlejohn.
Yeah.
What a name.
Well, he was a footballer who played in the Football League for Bournemouth and Boscombe
Oh,
Athletic.
played Rashford. Effort Bruno. No, Bruno's come to life.
He was part of the Woking team that
Still
won the
been
FA
arse,
Amateur
general.
Cup in 1958, and he scored 2 goals in the final. So, tell me no top footballers have come out of Bournemouth again, and I'll raise you a Roy Littlejohn, who actually very sadly died only 2-3 months ago.
So
at the
there are
ripe
no.
age of 89.
So there are no. Wait, that's not Premier League though.
You didn't say Premier League. You said good footballers.
No, I'm talking about Premier League footballers that have come out of that city. Bro, I swear David Brooks, what's his name? David Brooks.
Corey
Check.
Jordan.
I swear he's from Manchester or something. Like he played for City's academy. I'm pretty sure he played for Man City's academy because am I waffling? He did.
Played for City's academy, yeah. And then went to Sheffield United. Great
There
pass.
you go. Please, man.
Rashford again.
Yes!
Yes.
Is he off?
Can't be. Surely he's got the line.
Yes.
3-0 Manchester United, Marcus Rashford.
What a ball from
Bruno
Shaw.
Fernandes great pass from Shaw, but Bruno Fernandes with the assist there, stepped it up last few minutes. But since the game's got stretched, Bruno's the one that's had so much of the ball for United.
He's made better decisions, to
He
be
has.
fair. Much better.
Bit more space.
We love that, Manchester United.
But yeah,
Come on.
like you said there, Ronaldo, this pass from Shaw here,
What a ball, Luke Shaw.
gorgeous. Great run from Bruno. And first time, that's a brilliant pass as well. Easy there.
We love to see that.
That's exactly what we needed. A bit of a goal
Luke
difference
Shaw's
boosting game as well from
absolutely
United. You said 3-1, both of you, did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, but mine's an automatic, so it's like their goal will never really count when they're rubbish because, yeah.
Right.
To be fair,
I always have to say
they've had
3-1.
enough where they could have scored. The head's
Yeah.
just been good.
So yeah,
Yep.
take technically 3-1.
Interesting stuff, this, isn't it? Very interesting stuff. Have we got a potentially updated Premier League table that we can get on the screen before the end of the game? That would be lovely, because it's looking
Scrumptious.
a little scrumptious for Manchester United at the moment. There we go. Is that up to date? Just it's all got a bit weird, but City have only played 16 there, so we're 1 point behind them, but they've got a game in hand. Arsenal have played 17, so we are on the same points played as them, 9 points behind now. And Newcastle, same points, but Manchester United have got that game in hand on them. So if we win that, we could go on to 38 points on the same games as Newcastle. So it's looking a little bit
Is
fruity.
our next Premier League game City now?
Ten Hag's talking with so much passion there.
I'll have a look.
Like to Martinez. It's like, sort these shit guys out.
Man United have got, next we've got Everton on Friday. Then it's Charlton in the League Cup. Everton in the FA Cup on Friday. Charlton in the League Cup on Tuesday. And the next Premier League game after this is Manchester City. A game that if Man United win, will put them 1 point behind Manchester City.
I'm being honest.
Go on.
I'm a believer.
Oh, there's Omar. If you know him. Old fan camera, him and...
Is it?
Yeah, he's always on.
What you believe in, Ronaldo?
Big Paddock fan.
I always believe in Derby Day. Like, I think defensively, if we've not got Martinez and Varane, I'm worried. And I think stylistically, we don't match up well against City.
No, I agree. Because we try and control the game really these days, don't we?
Oh my days.
Corner to United.
So good. Since when?
United looking like we're going for another here, aren't we?
Yeah, 4. Come on, man.
Come on.
How nice would that look? 4-0.
4-0. Up the Reds.
Perfect.
Bruno Fernandes, his engine is genuinely fucking mental, isn't it? I would kill to have his cardio, Bruno Fernandes.
Yeah,
It's so good.
he's got crackhead stamina, innit?
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you think he even sleeps?
No. He's got a
Because he
sleeping
said
treadmill.
I think one thing he said that it's like a ritual or something where he has to have a coffee before a night before a game, like before he sleeps.
Really?
Yeah, he has a coffee just
Coffee in the evening?
Just before he
Look
sleeps.
at that.
Yeah.
Positional
What a
masterclass.
player!
Positional
Come on.
masterclass. Look at this.
Please,
How is
another-
Bruno Fernandes sprinting like that? Who's on here? No one. No one's on there. He's
Yeah,
done
to
well
be
to
fair,
get a
the
corner
runs
because
there
there's
were
fucking
so
no one.
trash. It's like everyone makes one run and then they
Yeah.
just stop.
Yeah.
They don't try like make a double.
It's because
run
he's
again.
got no muscle mass. It's because he's got no muscle mass. That helps him, doesn't it, Bruno? He's
Yeah.
like got that Jamie Vardy body type.
Basically saying he's got a marathon runner's
Yeah,
physique.
well, he has. He actually has.
How
not
good
quite,
would
but
the Lissandro goal be though?
yeah.
Like
Has he
just
he's not scored yet. Has he scored yet?
hook it to my veins. That's a pen.
What?
Never going to get that 3-0 up now.
I've just seen someone fall to be honest, and I just said pen. As you
Oh,
did.
he's got lucky there.
At least you know what? I've captained Rashford and I've got
Go
Luke
on,
Shaw.
Sam.
Go on,
Does it?
Martinez. Run in the box.
Come on, man.
I don't know how he ended up on the floor there,
Yeah.
Rashford. I hope he hadn't pulled something with that. United are just like flying at him at the minute, aren't they? Ending this game with a barrage of attacks. If we're just a bit smarter, a bit more thoughtful, we'd easily get another, maybe 2. Proper old-fashioned stoppage time this game, innit? 2 minutes in the first, second, and 3 minutes in the second.
Yeah, they just guess.
Just making it up. The 3-0 up, let's give 3 minutes. Martinez.
Is Martinez playing centre CDM and Casemiro's gone centre half?
Looks like it.
No respect for Bournemouth whatsoever.
Look at Bruno there.
No respect for him at all.
No respect. Oh no, Casemiro's back in the middle. Look. Interlink.
Gui's been good second half.
He has. And I tell you what, I know we said it a minute ago. Fred is that like just sort of throw a pit bull in the middle of the pitch type substitute. He's so good to bring on at 2-0. isn't he?
Fred's a back-to-back really good
Yeah.
performances.
Just a burst of energy to put in the middle of the pitch to help close the game out. That's exactly what you want, especially if you want to keep pushing for goals. His energy has been
With recoveries
useful,
and that,
really useful, yeah. Yeah, it's really good. He's a good player to offer that. McTominay, is he even on the bench, McTominay?
He is.
Is he? Not getting a look in the minute, is he? He's not as good to bring off the bench though, is he? Because sometimes he looks a little bit...
It's weird that he's not leaving.
Talentless.
I wouldn't say that.
You can't be talentless and play for United, but
No.
you know what I mean? Like,
It's popping off of this. Callum Scaman in the fight of a lifetime here. I've never seen anything like it.
no, Colin,
If only he learned that Control
he's
W.
gonna lose his head in as
If
well.
you learned that Control W closed the tab,
Definitely gonna lose his head in.
his mouse yards would go down by hundreds per year. Great cross. Oh, good save. Who's that cross there? Bruno again, wasn't it? Of course. Oh, Casemiro's down. Man down.
Don't you dare concede.
No, he's all right. He just slipped.
Right now, I just care about my FPL clean sheet.
That's
I
a
don't
terrible
care
thing
about.
to
I
say.
don't
that.
care about Man United now.
Find the pass.
Luke Shaw heard me. He's backing it. Oh
That's
no, he's not.
Yeah,
Why did I open my mouth?
he probably has one of the Bournemouth players.
Oh my.
Okay, no.
De Gea's liking this over the top right hand little mitt.
He's always had that
It's
though
like
in
a
him,
Millie
innit?
Rock into his like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Spanish Millie Rock.
Go on. What you got, Ronaldo? Spanish Millie Rock. He must have some sort of pun engine turning there.
Actually, don't.
Sorry, I'm
Good
losing
performance from De Gea.
it. Yeah, solid.
Got to give him that.
Professional.
3 or 4.
I didn't have a
tricky
jolt
saves.
that time
It's a shame that, isn't it?
for the Millie Rock. But if I did have a joke in time, it would be a Richard Millie Rock.
Oh, we almost got David Seaman there. What?
So you missed that one. It's all right. I'm not repeating that.
You got a joke about David Seaman?
That was a time joke.
I'm saying, have you got one for David Seaman?
Nope.
It was Seaman-esque, that, wasn't it? If you'll pardon the phrasing of that. It was Seaman-esque, that, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Certainly in texture, if nothing else.
I'll claim that. You're gonna get the live shut down.
I know, sorry. I thought I liked that joke.
Demonetized straight away.
It's the cream of the crop, that one. Go on. Yes.
Harry Maguire.
See, just that little composure pass around the corner from Martinez there.
Martinez
It makes it like...
such a fraud. How did he come back from winning the World Cup and not score a goal?
I know.
Massive.
Not even start for Man United.
Bruno looks so
I know.
finished.
Can we
by
blow
the
the,
way.
can we blow the whistle? Bruno Fernandes is
Bruno's gonna
fucked.
die. Like, man's gonna have like a heart attack.
There we go. Full time. Manchester United 3, Bournemouth 0. I suppose in the end a comfortable victory, really, wasn't it? Like United going out there, shutting Bournemouth down, getting goals, making chances. By the end, it could have been 4 or 5. But these are the sorts of wins, and I'll come to the league table in a minute, and we'll be back for the review in a minute for the full reflection. But these are the sorts of wins that we're almost getting used to as United fans now, aren't we?
Yeah, comfortable, easy, and expected. We're winning the games that we should win, and we're doing it comfortably as well.
Yeah.
And this is how you keep the pressure on.
Yeah.
It actually takes the pressure off the bigger games, and you've got more of a free punt in them when you're actually winning the games you're supposed to be.
Thoughts on that game quickly before we go to the review?
Yeah. Again, just like we said before the stream, when results go our way, usually we sort of crumble. But again, the result Arsenal Newcastle game went our way, and the games previous to that over the past few days. So buzzing with that. Casemiro probably my man of the match today. You know.
Yeah, it was brilliant. And we'll be back in just a few minutes for the review. But just to go around those final scores then. Leicester City 0, Fulham 1, Arsenal 0, crucially, Newcastle 0, Everton 1, Brighton 4. Man United, we're still in 4th, but we're on the same points as Newcastle with a game in hand. We are 1 point behind Manchester City, having played a game more, and we are now up to 9 points only behind Arsenal, and we play them in about 2 weeks. So it's been a pretty fucking brilliant set of results for United since the end of the World Cup. Up to 4th, 5 points clear of Tottenham in 5th. Looking very good. Make sure you come and join us for the review. We'll go over that game. We'll look at the implications for the top 4 and the title race as well after that Newcastle-Arsenal game. Thank you very much for joining us. Abdul, thank you for coming on, mate. Where can people find you?
AbdulGH_ on Twitter and Pure Ball Network on Twitter as well.
There you go. Ronaldo Brown, what are we saying?
Ronaldo Brown _98 on Twitter.
There you go. Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you for your super chats. Thank you for watching. Hit subscribe if you haven't already. Manchester United 3, Bournemouth 0. It's nice, isn't it? Really nice. See you in a bit.